It's not slop in the way Moist Critical's slop. It's not slop in the way Motherheart's slop. You made an opinion video about why you think people's content is bad. Just leave it up. Who cares? Sorry, what's the quality in Moist Critical's videos? Like, I don't even know what point you're trying to get. In what world? In what world? That's crazy how literally yesterday he watched the first 20 minutes of my segment on this today. And now he's stealing my takes a day before I give them? It's a video about how much he doesn't like slop content on YouTube. How bad can it possibly be? People make false allegations and leave the video up. Look, how bad can a video be when you're saying cringe, lazy slop, and you've got Pyrocynical, Motherheart, Moist Critical, Nux, and Sunny V2. I don't know who this is. Is it Sunny V2? I think that's Sunny V2. I don't know who this is. I don't know who... I know who the Sensitive Society, but I don't watch his videos. And Tom, I guess. And half of Tom's stuff's slop. I think he knows that. I just don't know how bad it could possibly be. You don't need any arguments to say this slop. You don't need an argument. You just got to say, Moist Critical's gay. Mutah's gay. They're boring. He interviews a Cheeto and didn't ask him about his past videos. What the f***? He interviewed a Cheeto. Why would you... That's the last person's opinion I'd want on slop. Okay? Frankly. Yeah, that's like bringing on a terrorist. It's what, 9/11. He proves it's slop. He makes the argument that it's bad and doesn't substantiate. Well, it's bad because I don't like it. It's that f***ing easy. No. Drew says, I'm not into this content, therefore it's slop. That's his reasoning. Well, it's based. I don't like this content either. It is slop. I agree with him. That guy was talking some sense. Anyway, we'll get into that later, I think. Or should we do that now? We're kind of already on it. Let's watch a bit of the Chud thing from earlier. I wish we had the actual video. Why do people remove videos? Just unlist it or something, Uber. Weeb.
So we've got to go and dig now. Up 10-year-old tweet times the video to stick on for the kids to watch for a bit. I mean, I try and avoid.
Oh my god. Okay. Chud, you're getting 1.5.
I guess, well, it depends on the iceberg, I guess. I mean, there's some things which are going to be easier to make an iceberg on, and it's going to be more present as being able to find it, and there's going to be other stuff which is going to be more complicated.
It's not based, you put Lerix in the video, and?
I don't know.
However, recently, a genre of content has become incredibly profitable. But unlike iceberg videos, these videos have zero value in terms of entertainment, information, or quality.
Picklington became a member.
What?
Picklington celebrates 10 months of membership. I love YouTube sloptant. Inject it into my eyes and ears.
Zero. Who determines that? Value is determined by the viewer and the market, and what people want to watch. I don't think anyone can just say, well, this has got, from your perspective, it's got no value. And then, therefore, you don't watch it, right? There's lots of things that I don't think's got a lot of value on YouTube, and I don't watch it.
Of course, we open the Chud stream and he's talking about kids. What? The f do you mean by that?
That it's got value to others, right? I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but there's videos where maybe I click on it and I'm not interested in it, or, you know, I see it recommended, and I'm like, nah, that doesn't look interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just this odd concept. Like this person, it feels like they've put themselves in this position of like authority to determine what isn't appropriate ways of earning money. What isn't of value. It's like he's looking at this from his very own unique perspective and making these kind of conclusive statements about it, when it's not conclusive and it's all subjective, and it's driven all of it by the market, by what people watch, by what people click on, and stuff like that.
This is YouTube's slop problem. There are a lot of different ways that slop can succeed on this platform. Most of you are likely familiar with content farms that produce content for children with little to no value. And in many cases, these videos are straight up inappropriate and expose their young audiences to some pretty messed up stuff. However, that's not the subject of today's video. Drama is something that people are inherently drawn to. It's in our nature.
Okay, but value. What value? What does he mean by value? I don't know. It's like, yeah, to you it might not be valuable as entertainment, but to the platform.
I just want to let everyone know that if any time I've ever done this with a video, everyone tells me I'm nitpicking and being autistic. Obviously, no value to him. It's obviously from his perspective. Anytime I do this, I'm nitpicking. And I agree with Chud. It is retarded to say it's got no value when the value is decided by the market. I agree with that. But anytime I've done that, I'm called an autistic nitpicker. But whatever, we'll move on.
It's very valuable because it gets a shitload of views and earns a shitload of ad revenue. And, you know, maybe to a parent, it's valuable to have some video to stick on for the kids to watch for a bit. I mean, I try and avoid the worst of it, you know? It's difficult as a parent sometimes, so they want to watch. Dude, some of these videos are absolute dross. It is true that they're just fucking insane content black holes, and it's completely incoherent. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, nonetheless, I think that, you know, it's like, well, who determines the value? What do you mean by value, right? Like, you're saying that something has got zero value. On what analysis are you making that interpretation? Yeah, bit weak so far, but we're only a minute in, so
I will decide who I will and will not hate. And frankly, the more of you fucking speds who come into my chat desperately trying to convince me that I should dislike the Raymondo guy, the more likely I am to turn around and say no, he's based and refuse to elaborate. So please, fuck off.
New and exciting information regarding scandals and controversies. Mainstream media has known this for decades and has heavily profited off of it. This is by no means different on YouTube, and it has been so for a long time. However, the difference is in the presentation. Things haven't always been this oversaturated. Back in the 2010s, drama channels were huge on
I swear to God, there is like a specific breed of fucking busybody who wants to go around and fucking micromanage everyone's impression of every fucking drama. Furin, Nicandros, please, go make a tweet. Go make a video. Do something on your own platforms.
YouTube. But people mainly went to the big channels as their sources, like Scarce and the infamous Drama Alert. Those are the two titans of YouTube drama commentary. Beneath them were the commentary YouTubers, either leafy clones or white guys with annoying voices and a face cam. Things remained this way for a while, with a very consistent formula for the way that information was spread. Generally, the big two would release some breaking drama, which would then trickle down to the commentary creators, which would then trickle down to the face cam commentary creators, who generally put a bit more time into their editing and scripts. There were definitely many moments in which misinformation was spread and believed to be as fact, but generally narratives remained pretty consistent. However,
Wait, what? I mean, dude, it's difficult because I can't think of the entire course of
consistent formula for the way that information was spread. Generally, the big two would release some breaking drama, which would then trickle down to the commentary creators, which would then trickle down to the face cam commentary creators, who generally put a bit more time into their editing and scripts. There were definitely many moments in which misinformation was spread and believed to be as fact, but generally narratives remained pretty consistent. However,
Wait, what? I mean, dude, it's difficult because I can't think of the entire course of drama coverage over the past 15 years to say exactly. But
yeah, I thought that's a retarded point. It's not like there's been a good history of correct reporting thanks to Keemstar and Scarce. Like that's not that there has not been a no.
Are we really saying that
There's
this
not
was
a
like
reliable
a better time?
pipeline?
Did we not have like a fucking assault allegation every week? What about the I'm Alex stuff where he was making shit up about people and pushing false narratives? Like, that was massive at the time because of how bad it was. And it's not clear exactly, but I'm a bit like, is this...
No, Furin, you're not arguing. You're doing something far more pathetic. Going, no, it's not based, actually. He said something bad about Lerix in this video. He said something bad about Lerix. You have to defend Lerix, you know, because you guys are on the same team. You have to defend Lerix. I thought, oh, isn't this the team? No, I'm not going to fucking defend Lerix. Maybe his videos are slop. Maybe the video makes a great point. Thank you for reminding me, Shurichan, for that I should pin the donor link.
It's like, it feels like this guy has kind of like got rose-tinted glasses on. And he's looking back at the old times with this sort of nostalgia. And it's like, some of the problems of misinformation and stuff getting out and stuff being pushed, despite not having a basis, was really bad back then. And not necessarily accurate and correct. Anyway, let's hear him out a bit more.
Generally put a bit more time into their editing and scripts. There were definitely many moments in which misinformation was spread and believed to be as fact, but generally narratives remained pretty consistent. However, this entire ecosystem changed in 2020 when the world locked down, and everyone suddenly had quite a lot of free time. This led to lots of people trying their hand at making YouTube videos. Many people attempted, and well, many succeeded. With their
I am a product of COVID, by the way. I am one of these people that is here now because COVID happened. So you can blame COVID for me as well, okay? Yeah, exactly. YouTube was best during insert period of my formative years. Like, it's this nostalgia vision that you have. I am the virus.
There being almost a baby boom of content creators who hit it big during lockdown, and many of these people continue to create videos to this day. Now, this may seem like a good thing, right? New YouTubers means new and unique talent, tons of unique people who can provide a unique perspective, ideas, and content style that sticks out from the rest, right? Right?
I mean, yeah, because now, more than ever before, you have got an absolute insane buffet of content available to you that you can manage. Like, if you see a channel get recommended to you, and you click on it, and it recommends the channel again, and you didn't like it, you can just click don't recommend channel, and you'll never see it again, and you recommend it.
Okay, I think I'm going to see, this is going to be where my core disagreement, I think, is going to come down to, okay? I think this is where my core issue is going to come down to. He's going to blame it on either the mechanisms of YouTube or the content creators, when I think really the problem is the market. Really, you need to convince people that they don't want to watch milquetoast, boring slop every day, like Moist Critical, like Mutaha. You need to convince people that that is predictable, boring, and lame, and that you should be looking for actual real people that have actual opinions and will say what they actually think. That's the sort of angle you should be taking it. If he's going to complain about the fact that what the creators are doing, the creators are just responding to market incentives, and if he's going to complain about the platform is just facilitating the most possible watch time, the most possible time spent on the site from users. So they're kind of both just following incentives, but the market is what creates and decides what incentives are going to be followed, really. So,
feed. If there's a video that you don't like, you can select not interested, and eventually YouTube will be like, okay, don't feed in this content, don't feed in that content, and eventually you can curate a sort of home screen that is just exactly what you want to see, and you've got like unlimited options essentially of like what you want to pick. It doesn't work. It does work. It absolutely does work. I know it works. So I've used it myself. If it doesn't work, you're not doing it correctly. You're fucking something up somewhere. Like you're saying you're not interested in something and then clicking on it, obviously confusing the system because it's like, well, you say you're not interested in it, but you're clicking it again. So what's that about, you know? So it absolutely does fucking work. If you don't recommend a channel, maybe there's some sort of glitch maybe occasionally that could happen, but generally speaking, that is going to really curate your homepage. So yeah, I don't know, dude. It's like, for me, I get into problems on my channel, this channel, because I obviously want to be fed stuff that's for my stream and things like that. But I end up watching like a movie clip on this account or something, and then I get recommended 20 movie clips, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, dude. And then I've got to go through and not interested, don't recommend channel, not interested, don't recommend channel. And then eventually it gets set back to only serving up content.
I should really actively curate my my homepage a bit better. My homepage is borderline unusable. It's just for personal use. It's not very good for getting content. It's all just like LBC clips. Sky News, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You think your channel is slop? Is my channel slop? It depends on the definition of slop. In terms of the content, like the way the content is produced, yes, absolutely it's slop. It's daily uploads of stream segments. It's on the fly reacting. However, it's not slop in the way Moist Critical's slop. It's not slop in the way Motherheart's slop. I'm not sitting here trying to give you the most bland Reddit upvoted take every day that I've pre-read from a Reddit comment to come on stream and deliver to you for maximal gain with no heat whatsoever. But in terms of the content production, yeah, the content production is absolutely slop. Like I say, on the fly, no planning, react segments that I then have clipped and uploaded. That is slop. That is as slop as it comes. That's like a daily commentary channel. It's no better.
Talk about on stream. So yeah, I think that it's fine to have lots of creators trying their hand because you can curate your feed through subscribing and clicking don't recommend stuff and clicking don't recommend channels. So I think it's good to have as many creators as possible to pick from, and then you've got the ultimate amount of choice with a way of creating that choice.
Well, sure, some people fit this criteria. However, many creators have fallen to create commentary slop.
And it doesn't take some galaxy brain genius.
Man with 300 million subscribers, he's got a burger business, a chocolate bar company.
Yeah, I think we might actually have the first YouTube scholar on our hands here.
Commentary slop can best be described as lazy, derivative, low-effort, frequently uploaded content that covers modern events and incidents. Like the old Leafy is here in Pyrocynical videos, these videos often feature video game footage with minimal editing when needed. These sorts of videos are often hard to tell apart from each other, or from the rest, as generally the only unique aspect.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if this is what we're talking about, where it's like gameplay with commentary over, sure. I guess that is quite a specific thing that we're talking about here. Oh, hey, Nicholas. I think this video is correct in diagnosing what slop is, but failed to explain what's wrong with it. It casts this wide net of extremely varied content and doesn't ever land on a problem. Well, yeah, because this is quite specific, and I know exactly what he's talking about when he's talking about, like, commentary over gameplay videos. And I'm like, okay, so that's what slop is. But then he's including Turkey Tom, who, even though maybe occasionally does commentary over gameplay, I can't really remember the last time I saw him doing that. But that's like a different thing. You can say it's slop if you want, but it's not the same type of content. It's like a different type of, it's like a different style of content we're talking about then. So then it's slop.
Oh yeah, I think this is just Chud being. I don't think Chud's seen enough Turkey Tom content, because Turkey Tom absolutely on Tom Dark. Turkey Tom for a good part of last year was posting like gameplay gameplay footage commentary videos on Tom Dark. Like Tom was posting like a Tony Hawk gameplay and shit like that. Tom is slop. Yeah, Tom is slop. Again, I don't think he's always slop in the same way that a Moist Critical or a Mutahara slop. But Tom pumps out daily segments. Even his video essays are put together by a bunch of fucking sweatshop kids and churned out constantly. Like it's factory produced.
Not just mean anything that talks about drama then. Is that what we mean?
Any substantive evidence for his assertions. This is lazy self-reference.
Thank you for the $5.
I love slop. I eat slop. I watch slop. I am slop. Slop. Slop.
Thank you.
Torrential slop, as ironic as that is to say.
Thank you for the super chats. So I don't know, dude. It's like, okay, so we're talking about, you know, commentary channels, gameplay video, presumably recording a fucking commentary track in 10 minutes, slapping it onto gameplay and putting it out. That's what we're talking about, is that right? But then we got Turkey Tom in there. That's not what that is. And then we got Moist Critical, who, sure, I can see why you would call that slop, but that's not what this is either. Like, that's a different form of video again. So it just feels like everything is getting categorized as slop when it's like, well, how are we going to find out what the problem is if you're naming, like, even there, 3 different creators who do 3 different styles of content, and you're just calling it all slop? Anyway, let me listen again.
Commentary slop can best be described as lazy, derivative, low effort, frequently uploaded content.
I think... Okay. Wait, but this is... I think Chud's point's about to be kind of...
Calling it all slop. Anyway, let me listen again.
Commentary slop can best be described as lazy, derivative, low effort, frequently uploaded content.
Lazy, derivative, low effort, okay.
Commentary slop can best be described as lazy, derivative, low effort, frequently uploaded.
Lazy, derivative, low effort, frequently uploaded. Well, that to me would specifically describe, especially with his comments after, these gameplay commentary channels, the daily commentary videos. But then he seems to include people who I don't think are doing lazy, derivative, low effort, frequently. Well, frequently uploaded, sure. But I don't know if Turkey Tom is lazy, derivative, and low effort. I mean,
I think a lot of... Would Tom even disagree with that? So I don't know. Yeah, I just don't... Would Tom even disagree that a lot of this stuff is lazy, derivative, and low effort? Like... Sorry, well, like... it's the same content everyone else is doing, though.
The Do allegations have gotten a massive update. As I said last time, you guys may know who the Do is. He's a pretty popular YouTuber known for making Omegle videos where he would impress girls with his extremely rizful guitar skills. Well, sometime in early 2024, someone would post allegations to Reddit claiming that the Do had been involved in some kind of grooming, some kind of sexual misconduct. But then the post just kind of mysteriously was deleted and nobody really understood why. But on September 3rd, the supposed victim...
I suppose the thing is that it's like, I feel like, yeah... Oh, the thing is, it is like lazy because it's like Tom's probably not putting a crazy amount of effort in himself, but there's probably a lot of man hours between his whole team being put in, and the videos do tend to be accurate. So, like, is that lazy? Like, he isn't personally putting in a lot of effort, but if they're accurate and there's a lot of man hours going in, would we really call that slop? I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I can kind of see where Chud's coming from. I wouldn't necessarily say this stuff's slop because, like, this is properly researched and everything. I mean, I've gone through it with a fine-tooth comb, but he goes over the whole document here and, you know, goes over all the screenshots.
But you had any clear?
Like, I don't. It's definitely derivative. It's frequently uploaded, but lazy and low effort. I don't know, man.
Maybe if you wanted to argue that his, you know, stream clips or something are. But on Tom Dark now, and on his main channel, he does, like, edited videos about topics. He means stream highlights, Sunny V2 ripoff, bad researchless video essays, and 10-minute daily commentary. I honestly doubt he would have any issues with my main channel. Okay, I feel personally attacked. What's wrong with stream highlights? What's wrong with stream highlights? Obviously, that's all I do, because all I do is stream. I don't make videos.
Well, that is slop.
What's the problem with stream highlights?
That's obviously slop.
Honestly, don't see what...
It's the easiest thing to produce in the world.
To be clear, if you want to call stream highlights slop, I accept the slop label. I accept the slop label, okay? Call me a slopper, by all means, okay? Because that makes you pigs. Okay. That's fine. But, like, what's the problem with it? That's what I'm trying to get at. What's the issue? What's the problem with that kind of content?
Yeah, this makes sense.
Like, you can easily see the problem with daily...
Exactly. If you're going to call... Slop has a negative connotation. If you're going to call this slop, then sure, yeah, it is kind of slop, but, well, then what's the problem with slop? But if you're going to try and load it and say slop's a problem, then you've got to have, like, a more firm negative statement to have about it. Yeah,
commentary videos. Because it's like... You know, in the rush to put out a video quickly, it could be that someone doesn't do their full due diligence and research, and they end up putting something out which contains factual misinformation. That's a problem that you can arrive at with those types of videos. Like you're doing a stream of consciousness thought process on a topic without anything in front of you necessarily, and then you slap that onto gameplay, and then you put that out.
Yeah, we get it. We get it, don't we?
With minimal editing when needed. These sorts of videos are often hard to tell apart from each other or from the rest.
Oh, look, and he's raiding me right now. Yo, welcome in, Chud Raiders. Welcome to the replay. We've had to go back to Chud's stream because this guy's taken down his video after Chud bullied him. Chud desperately gunt guarding. Mutar, moist critical. So the guy's taken his video down. So now we're having to watch Chud's archive of it here, so that we can then see Chud's conversation with him.
The creator, as the actual content is very, very cookie cutter. Another genre of commentary slop is stream clips, which are often even lazier than the videos mentioned prior. These
Yo! What's up, boy Hunter? Dude, it's so crazy to see Hunter Avalone included in this. Why is Hunter? Where the fuck did Hunter go? Anyway, he's going to explain what the problem with stream clips are. Let's see. Let's have a look.
Hunter left Chud's Discord the other day. I think it's got something to do with my tweet about his divorce.
From each other or from the rest, as generally the only unique aspect about them is the voice of the creator, as the actual content is very, very cookie cutter. Another genre of commentary slop is stream clips, which are often even lazier than the videos mentioned prior. These stream clip videos generally consist of a content creator who has already grown a sizable audience on their main channel, where they put a lot of effort into their content, which has led them to grow a lot of fan base.
Well, I did it the other way around. Well, I've not really built a sizable audience. I mean, I don't know. 1,000 viewers is pretty good, okay? But I mean, I didn't do a YouTube channel and do videos and then come out of it the other end with a stream audience. I just streamed and built up an audience through streaming. Thank you very much for the super chats. Also, does this apply to Xanderhall? Xanderhall was streamed from the start. He did a few edited videos where he spoke about stuff. But I feel like his growth came from streaming initially, rather than making videos. I don't think this is correct for Xanderhall. Wait, dude, I'm fairly certain that Xanderhall came up from streaming. Yes, he made a few videos, but I don't think his success and growth, at the time at least,
he came up and fell off from streaming.
Who will just kind of watch anything that they do. This leads them to live stream on either Twitch or...
Wait, hang on, dude.
These stream clip videos generally consist of a content creator who...
Firstly, that's what my tweet was about. I think we've spoken about Hunter's divorce in begging. I'll pull it up now, but sure. Hunter Avalon divorce update. Hunter Avalon has posted an update to his Discord, e-begging for $7,500 to fight for joint custody. This is the same Hunter Avalon who complained to his now ex-wife that he got too overwhelmed when left alone with the kids. Help a dedicated dad stay involved. This is an ongoing legal matter, so please don't reach out asking questions, as I simply cannot answer anything right now. As you all know, I'm a father of 2 children, Rose and William. I love them both dearly, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. You are all probably aware that my ex and I separated last year, and the process of divorce, unfortunately, is getting messy. Despite my dedication to my children throughout this court process, my involvement and ability as a father has been unfairly questioned by my ex. For this reason, I'm going to court to fight for 50-50 custody of my children. I want to be involved in their lives, as I have been since they were born, and unfortunately, what should have been a simple process/request has not been easy. Legal fees are expensive, and the process is pretty scary. But it's worth it for me to continue remaining in my kids' lives for equal time. For this reason, I'm kindly requesting donations. All support is appreciated, big and small. Please respect everybody's privacy, as this is an ongoing legal matter. Do not harass or reach out to my ex, as this could greatly complicate the court process. Thank you for considering. Love you all.
Who has already grown a sizable audience on their main channel, where they put a lot of effort into their content, which has led them...
Wait, put a lot of effort into their content. Dude, Xanderhall did like videos talking about the alt-right. He just sat there and talked to a camera. And then he fucking clipped that and put it onto his channel. What does he mean? What high-effort content has Xanderhall ever done? What is he on about? Why is he including Xanderhall in this?
Them to grow a loyal fan base, who will just kind of watch anything that they do.
Okay.
I think I can kind of defend the Xanderhall thing. Xanderhall used to do more debates. Same with Vosh. Now they just pump out daily stream segments. They used to do debates. Those took a bit more effort than just doing a fucking React segment. That's what they got big for. Debating, being epic debaters.
Case in point, again, Xanderhall. Not true. Not true. Xanderhall, dude, he's wrong about this. He's presenting Xanderhall as an example, but he's wrong.
Who did Xanderhall debate? He lost to Lauren Southern that one time.
Wrong. It's not true that people will watch whatever Xanderhall does. In fact, I'm fairly certain that Xanderhall has had a reduction in audience numbers over the past however long. You know, I don't think that Xanderhall, in terms of his live streams, is particularly sailing pretty. What's the name of that website you can use to check live stream numbers?
Vegan Gains.
Anyway, okay, that's one. You know, I feel like this is like not correct. He's wrong about Xanderhall. Thank you for the super chat. Dark Viper has made...
Chud moderated a Xanderhall debate once, you know?
Corviday, can you just give your intro again? I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah, sure. My name is Corviday. I make YouTube videos about gender, leftist stuff, anti-capitalist propaganda, you know, that kind of thing. And I have a very salty Twitter presence, which has ticked off quite a lot of people, but you know.
Okay, cool. And Xanderhall, could you just introduce yourself again, please?
My name is Xanderhall, 20 years old. I do leftist streaming content.
Trans male, sorry, not trans male, trans man, AFAB.
I mean, I mostly focus on taking down reactionary arguments, like from fascists and whatnot. But I also do focus quite a bit on you know, like anti-capitalism, just basic leftist ideas, you know.
Cool.
Still kind of new to being a leftist, but I'm getting there. Practice makes perfect.
Okay, cool. So yeah, right. Just to sort of introduce to anyone that doesn't know, obviously, I think it would be fair to say that Xanderhall has become something of a controversial figure on the left, in you know, a number of different ways. Corviday, I think it's fair to say you've been quite vocal in your criticism of Xanderhall. So that the point of this conversation today is to talk about some of these issues openly where appropriate. You know, hopefully try and iron some of the issues out potentially. And yeah, basically my role here today is just as a moderator. I'm going to try my best to be completely impartial in all this.
This is back when Chud pretended to be left-wing. I'm joking.
Maybe. I don't know. Dude, he seems really reasonable in terms of like he spoke to Lerix about this, so I don't know if he's like that. But I just think he's wrong about Xanderhall. He's claiming that Xanderhall did high-effort content, which led to an audience that will watch him do whatever he does. And it's like, well, he never really did high-effort content.
Has Xander punked one fascist argument? Probably not, Max.
Content, as far as I can remember. And I don't think he's got an audience that will watch whatever he does. And I think he has seen a reduction in audience numbers over the past few years. Not Social Blade. There's another one where you can go stream by stream. Bro, I just feel like he's including Xanderhall in this. And it's like, have you actually looked at Xanderhall? Do you know who Xanderhall is? Have you looked at his content? Because I feel like you don't know who Xanderhall is if you include him in that example, because he's not an example of that. He's an example of someone who's a streamer whose primary content has always been stream clips, I'm fairly certain. At least in the time that I've known him.
This leads them to live stream on either Twitch or YouTube. Those streams, who are often multiple hours in length, then get chopped
all Xander content is high effort with how weak the AIDS has made him.
up into different segments per topic, given minimal editing.
Hey, you guys, you have to understand how much work it takes for Xanderhall to pull himself from his bed to his desk chair every day, okay? This guy is he's crawling along the floor. He's got a fucking stair lift in his house because he's just so emaciated from the AIDS.
And then shipped out as a fresh new video. Oftentimes these videos are just reaction videos in disguise, as generally the creator kind of just watches the video, pauses the video every 10 seconds, spat out some opinion related to what they're watching, or hell, just go on some completely unrelated rant spurred on by someone donating or a popular message in their chat. This leads to these videos to be almost impossible to watch, as they're so long and, well, pointless. I actually have an exact example that I'd like to use. On June 25th, 2024.
Hey, it's my birthday. I think he picks Xanderhall because he streams and cuts segments. He doesn't have a successful channel, so the B-roll doesn't match what he said there. No, it doesn't. He's wrong about Xanderhall. Like, why include Xanderhall and say something that isn't true about Xanderhall? It's fucking stupid. Yeah, bro, sure. Yeah, there's some videos like that. Some of my videos are probably like that, to be fair. But I think generally speaking, you know, it's like, if you constantly just watch stuff that you videos on it.
Okay, I don't need...
Pyro is a YouTuber who's been actively making videos for a long time, with him originally making Leafy is Here gameplay commentary style videos, but eventually switched to a more varied content style, featuring both reviews, video essays, and general comedic videos, looking at and riffing off topical subject matter. This show was called A Series of Tubes and was very popular in the late 2010s. All of his videos were pretty well edited and, well, also very entertaining. However, this main channel ended up becoming more and more focused on high-effort video essays, so the commentaries were moved to the live stream channel, which is where most of his content is uploaded today. This content style now includes footage from either a stream clip or an individually recorded video with minimal editing about current subject matters. This content strategy is basically what has won YouTube in recent times. However, my personal experience comes in when...
Dude, this is like a very obnoxious thing that people do with this, right? Now, I've not seen many of Pyrocynical's reacts, okay? I've seen a few, talked about some of his stuff or whatever. But they take like a moment where someone is not reacting very much because they're watching and taking something in, and they kind of zoom in on the person, and they characterize the entire reaction as this one moment, where there could be they're just reasonably watching something to...
Yeah, what sort of reaction do you want to Lanky Box? How do you even spell it? Roblox.
You will not be able to stop laughing at these hilarious Roblox videos.
This video has all the funniest Lanky Box moments from the craziest Roblox games, like when we became max level thick in Thick Legends.
Crashed Roblox by spawning in 999 million rainbow friends in Roblox Noob Train.
And even when we escaped Gadagadigadagadaho prison in Roblox Gadagadigadagadaho and found a hilarious brand new Gadagadigadagadaho secret ending.
You have got to watch till the end because you'll see us play the weirdest online games ever made.
But first, let's see who can become the biggest baby ever in Roblox. Fat baby! Eat food to get thick, unlock upgrades, and eat other players. I'm gonna eat you, Adam.
No, I'm gonna eat you.
I'm gonna eat you. Oh, yeah. Okay. It says, watch out for evil kids, cars, and workers. Okay, I don't know what this stuff is. Okay,
This isn't the really good one. Where's the really good one? Where's my favorite one?
Today, I have...
Nugget Prison Escape. Thank you. Yeah, what commentary are you supposed to give? What did he want from Pyrocynical here? That's just something to be shared.
Assess it or look at it or talk about it. And it's like, well, it feels the impression you're giving here is that they're not really reacting or talking about this. But it's like, maybe they are, and you just caught the one moment where they're just watching it. And do you know what I mean? It's like, it feels like a bit of a mischaracterization to focus on the point at which they're not saying anything, when there could be other times when they are substantively reacting and talking about it.
Thank you for the 5 Australian mod crap. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like clip, chimp, and a react, exactly. Like if you go back there, You could clip me just watching the video for like, what, 30 seconds or so? And you could do a slow zoom in on me there. Dark Viper did it to me, in fact. I was watching a video, I think it was 4 minutes video, and it was to do with bulbs or something. Because I was trying to find something out for, what was it? The Bored Ape party where they had, you know, which I talked a lot about that and spoke a lot about it and covered different aspects of it and spoke about it. But there's one moment where it just zooms in on me watching a video for like 10 seconds. And it's like, okay, yeah, obviously there's going to be points when you're not talking. You're not talking constantly. You need to find the right balance between letting a point play out and responding, reacting, and talking about it, you know? React harder. Yeah, it's, you know, obviously you get both sides of it. React harder and then play the video. I don't really care. I'll do whatever the fuck I want in my own content. But, you know, it's like, obviously that's the meme, isn't it, that you see in chats. It's react harder, play the video, react harder, play the video, react harder, play the video, etc., etc.
Pyro made a reaction video to my on a live video titled TikTok is Changing Our Language. This is an hour 38-minute stream clip of him watching my video, which is only 40 minutes long for context.
Okay. Again, this is the challenge though, isn't it? Because you get other people that say, oh, this person reacted to my video and they just used my thumbnail and put their face on it. And that's it. That's all they've done. And it's like, okay, so I understand maybe you don't think like this, but there's some people that get bothered if you do that. So creators want to try and make something that doesn't seem like you're just totally ripping off their video. But then by doing that, it's now upsetting this person who wants it done a different way, you know? So I've not seen the video. I can't comment on it. I don't fucking know what this react is like and what he says in the video. But it's like, it's the opposite of what we often hear about react videos, which is that it's longer, much longer than the video, which isn't normally the case. Normally it's like, oh, they've only given a few minutes of commentary on this hour-long video. It's only 1 hour, 5 minutes long. And normally the criticism is the thumbnail is the same with their face on it, and the title is the title of the video with just reacts at the end, which can
I haven't spoken about
interfere
Tori yet.
with the original video in the algorithm.
Okay, I need to start. I need to really.
I don't know, dude. What is the right way to see people
or their character in the slightest? This is just a critique of the content that they produce. Okay. That being said, this video was very hard to watch. Not in a way that it made me cringe or misrepresented myself, but hard to watch because there was so much rambling, so many distractions, and so little focus placed on the actual subject matter at hand. Which again,
okay, but that's like good though. Wait, okay, but that's good. That means it's more transformative, no? If they've got a bunch of rambling where they go off on fucking tangents and like half the video is original personality from that content creator, that's way more transformative. That's an added value or a changed value to that market that's being sold to now. I don't know what this guy's going to say about it, but obviously that there is that has value to someone.
Again, his video is nearly an entire hour longer than the video that's being reacted.
Yeah, I mean that's the point of a stream. If it's a stream clip, obviously it's going to go off on tangents and people are going to talk about different things. I don't know. It's like I feel like this guy just wanted Pyro to give his perspective, like in a coherent.
Yeah, exactly. The rambling is like the best part. That's why you would watch one streamer over another, is because of the types of rambling and tangents they do. I feel like like people watch Destiny because they want to sit there and hear like tangents about how much he hates conservatives or about how he's the only one who actually understands sex. You know, that's why people watch Destiny and people watch Chud to hear him go on tangents about how trans women getting bottom surgery is like an angel losing its wings. You know, those are the things that make one streamer appealing to a group of people over another.
One segment throughout the video, but that's what live streams are. They are reactive. You have chat there. There might be a tangent that comes up, so you go, you know, down a rabbit hole and look at something else. Yeah, that's the way that streams go. And if you don't like that style, then stream content and stream clips just aren't for you. And it probably is disappointing as a creator. To have someone that you look up to watching a video and not getting much out of it. But again, that's like a personal preference thing or a personal issue. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm sure that sucks for you, but what's the problem broadly? What's the problem we should take away from that? You were disappointed that Pyrocynical didn't really talk as much about your video as you'd like. Issue. Your video.
Okay, it's hard to fill up with unrelated things, which is...
Like saying wants to watch it, well, that's up to them.
However, most of this hour is just filled up with unrelated things, which is, again, hard to watch. It was hard to follow.
For you, it was hard to watch. Because you specifically are watching because you want to see what Pyro thought of your video. Whereas Pyro's audience...
Yeah, I mean, I empathize with this Raymundo guy, because I've been there when someone's reacting to something I've done, and then they fucking start talking about some other shit, and I'm like, talk about me. I want to hear you talk about me. I'm here for pure narcissistic indulgence. Tell me what you think about me. But it's like, I'm not... That's me, because it's my content that's being spoken about. I'm aware that there's, you know, thousands of other people who don't care about that.
I mean, I don't know what the performance of the video is even, but Pyro's audience are turning up for different reasons that aren't what is Pyro's specific perspective, because obviously the video is entitled reacting to Raymundo's video about this, that, and the other. They're turning up for Pyro, not for you. You're turning up for you. So that's the problem that you've got. This content clearly isn't for you, and it's not of interest. It's just personally affecting you here because you were turning up for something that wasn't there. But that's a you problem. Beyond that, I don't see how it's a problem that needs to be solved or fixed beyond, you know, you recognizing, oh, if Pyro watches one of my videos, it's probably not worth watching it because he's not really going to say anything about the video, you know?
was difficult. This sort of content is one of the more common types of slop that we see. Long YouTube videos, the creator just kind of sitting there and watching someone else's video, pausing every 10 to 15 seconds, commenting on something, and then continuing. However, as a creator, it's not actually a bad thing to have a big YouTuber make some slop reaction videos to your content. YouTubers like Tov completely had their careers launched by Moist Critical having their videos be watched on stream, which is something that I would personally welcome with open arms. However, a lot of the time, these videos are almost always presented as if they aren't just glorified reaction.
Right, okay. Thumbnail or the kind of wild, borderline defamatory shockers DK makes for you. Those titles are hilarious.
Yes. Oh, speaking of that, by the way, guys. Oh, guys, this is very meta. I'm about to do the thing that he was moaning about just then. We're going off on a little tangent, okay? Because it's of interest, and I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this. You, my audience, are going to get a kick out of this. I'm not thinking... Dude, also, bro, this creates a really bad dynamic where it's like, oh, what is the YouTuber going to think of my reaction to this? I don't give two fucks what the YouTuber thinks of my reaction to their video, okay? Who fucking cares, dude? This is about my audience and talking to my audience and giving my perspective to a video that I'm watching. Why do I care what the fucking YouTuber thinks? They can fucking fuck off as far as I'm concerned. Oh no, you didn't like the fact I didn't talk about your video all the time. Literally don't care. Couldn't give two fucks. I'm here to entertain my audience. Okay, so this comment came in, which I thought was quite surprising because it's like, you know, this is the thing. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. Really? Not saying you care. This is on the Jack's Films video. Oh, no, the Asmund video. Oh, the Asmund video. Okay.
I actually need to be quick on these skips because I keep listening to what Chud's saying, but it's like, I don't agree. I don't disagree with enough of it to sit here and give commentary on it, so I just want the fucking video.
Fucking pedophile!
Okay,
yes, because, yeah, funnily enough, there are some exceptions to that, certainly. Like putting drawn child porn on a thumbnail. Yes, I do think that's a point of difference. Yes. Of course. What you want about, dude? I can't ban him. He's become a character at this point, but fuck me, dude. The hypocrisy hunting is out of control. Oh, someone's put a picture of a woman getting fully raped on this thumbnail. Why are you complaining, Chud? Bro, obviously, there's exceptions to prove the rule. If I saw a thumbnail that had a fucking ISIS execution happening on it, if I saw someone's head getting cut off, okay, yes, I'd probably go, ooh, that's a bit much. I don't like. I'm just
really good tuned by the masses.
Anyway, going back. Sorry, we're getting distracted.
Personally welcome with open arms. However, a lot of the time, these videos are.
Anyway, I've played the game of people moaning about thumbnails, and bro, it was so bad. Ico was the worst person for this, right? It wasn't even that bad.
That was
rules was obviously being. People
okay, I remember all this.
There was a spot.
YouTubers like Tov.
I wish Raymondo hadn't removed the video so I could just watch his fucking video. So everyone talked fucking Chud reaction, but sadly he's removed it. This guy's a bitch.
Launched by Moist Critical, having their videos be watched on stream, which is something that I would personally welcome with open arms. However, a lot of the time, these videos are almost always presented as if they aren't just glorified.
When are you going to ban me?
Why would I ban you?
Big and interesting titles, and also really good thumbnails.
Okay.
Isn't it a Jake Weddle stream?
I just think it's probably preferable for this because it makes it less likely that it would interfere with the original video in the algorithm. I don't know. I think it's more reasonable that you create your own thumbnail and title, rather than just have the full original thumbnail with your face on the side. Like, you know, I don't know. I think that's probably reasonable. I think you can include the original thumbnail if you want somewhere. But what I'm talking about, you know what I mean, where it's just literally the original thumbnail in full. They've copied it precisely, and then it's just. Like
yeah,
that.
you shouldn't remove. I don't. The video is just not. It's just not serious enough to fucking warrant removing. Like, remove a video if you make a false pedo allegation or something. You made an opinion video about why you think people's content is bad. Just leave it up. Who cares?
Yeah. However, stream clip re-uploads aren't the only type of digital junk food consumed.
Okay, so let's say that happens, and someone clicks on the video, and they go, "Oh, this is a reaction." If you want to watch the original content, you can just look it up and watch it. I'm sure lots of people do. They see the reaction.
I'll pay $50. Okay, I'll take a look at it later.
Fucking loser in the corner talking over it. Let me go and find the original, and there we go. You're laughing, aren't you?
By the masses. One of the most successful genres are commentary drama channels. To make a brief distinction, there's a difference between commentary channels like Scott Kramer, Eddie Burback, or Denny Gonzalez.
Who the fuck are they? Thank you for the $2. Dude, this just sounds like that's not the case for these channels that I personally like and I'm subscribed to.
Between commentary channels
like Scott Kramer, Eddie Burback. Avoid the drama sphere completely. What? Oh, he's got like a big channel too. Oh.
No, he's not subscribed to that one to be fair, but he has watched the videos.
Or Denny Gonzalez.
Okay, he's not subscribed to all of them to be fully accurate. Who even are these guys? I've never heard of them before. Not to say that they're not a big deal. They're much bigger than me, but are they really drama commentary channels? Tech products that should not exist. Croc, this movie altered my brain chemistry. Boomers getting tricked by AI on Facebook. It just again feels like these are channels that I like, and so these are fine, but here's some channels I don't like, and they're a problem.
Creators like this are often regarded as commentary channels, but a different commentary from what we're discussing today. It's a bit confusing, but, you know, just stick with me. Drama.
It's a bit confusing. Okay. Oh my god! Look, Lerix. Lerix getting referenced.
Commentary channels often upload on a near daily basis, covering the topical news and online culture. They almost never cover anything other than controversy and scandal, though.
When are you going to unban me?
Paragon, weren't you wilding out? I feel like you were banned for a good reason. I'll think about that.
Since mass audiences don't seem to care for stories regarding anything positive, right? These channels are often in a mad dash to be the first to cover something topical, whether or not their information is correct.
Hey! Yo, it's the fucking SpongeBob meme, yo!
These channels are often in a mad dash to be the first to cover something.
Yeah, apparently you spoke to Lerix as well. We might look. I don't know. We might look at it. We'll see.
Topical, whether
Yo! It's a SpongeBob meme. That's me. There I am. What's the problem with Lerix, though? Lerix is fine in the way he covers stuff. He's got to focus on accuracy and correctness. I mean, what's the issue with Lerix?
not their information is correct, and also whether or not there's dash to be first to cover something topical. Whether or not their information is correct.
My main was banned today. Banned from where?
Correct, and also whether or not there's actually any additional information. They'll still cover the same topic over.
Wait, why is Lerix getting paid? What?
I think Lerix is going to go in around 7 months. Why in 7 months? I feel like Lerix is. There's no way Lerix will. Lerix could get taken out. He's already been through the lolly ringer. He's been through the lolly drama. How can it get any worse than that? Unless he'll actually molest a kid or raises up a kid. You talk about how blaming the Jews for DBZ losses is getting you banned. That's not what happened at all. I'm literally getting reported for fucking nothing. I'm getting reported on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for fucking whopping people with future trunks. They are mad as fuck. Gogeta players mad as fuck.
I don't think that Lerix is really classified as that type of creator. He tends to focus quite a lot on accuracy and stuff. Anyway, nonetheless, and now we're on to one where he's probably got more of a point, right?
Over and over and over and over and over and over again until they can no longer profit from it, leaving them to switch up to the most hot topic. These channels come in all shapes and sizes, with legacy YouTubers like Moist Critical and some ordinary gamers being at the top of the quality food chain. Beneath them, creators from 20.
Guys, okay, I'm really sorry. I'm going to Hassan like a Chud for 2 seconds. Okay, I actually got coffee and stuff, so 1 second.
20s baby boom reigns supreme, often being young men with a pretty deep understanding of current internet culture. These videos are often minimally edited, with video game gameplay serving as the majority of their visuals.
Silo slandered me. I only messaged you and him about the I was trying to get in touch with Bobby for him to clean it up. Okay. Paragon, I might look through the logs and stuff and see what was going on. Oh, I'll see. Okay, I'll consider it. I'll think about it.
It's sometimes switching to footage critical to the narrative, or the creator's avatar or profile.
Wait, what?
If I go through those logs and you were actually making an honest effort to try and get information to Bobby so that he could clean up information that you don't think he wanted on the internet, then that in that case, if that is clear, then sure. But if it seems in any way like you were fucking around, then there is no shot you're getting unbanned.
Moist Critical at the top of the quality food chain. Huh? Bro, just literally in the last month or so, he got something factually wrong that he shouldn't have gotten wrong. The Sniper Wolf thing.
Wait. Is this about...
Moist Critical at the top of the quality food chain.
Did he actually say that?
With it sometimes switching to footage critical to the narrative, or the creator's avatar or profile. It's the boom reigns supreme, often top of the quality food. Legacy YouTubers like Moist Critical and some ordinary gamers being at the top of the quality food chain. Beneath them, creators from the 2020s baby boom reigns supreme.
Oh yeah, this guy's like a fucking retard. Okay, no, this is a retarded video. Moist Critical and Mudahar are at the top of the quality food chain, and then a Cheeto is second. Are you some kind of fucking downy? Are you some kind of fucking moron? Sorry, what's the quality in Moist Critical's videos? Like, I don't even know what point you're trying to get. In what world? In what world?
Sizes, with legacy YouTubers like Moist Critical and some ordinary gamers being at the top of the quality food chain.
But like, these guys both suck. They make actual dog shit content.
Beneath them, creators from the 2020s baby boom reigns supreme, often being young men with a pretty deep understanding of current internet culture. These videos are often minimally edited, with video game gameplays.
It's what was he saying? What was Paragon saying? Yeah, oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, no, this guy's probably retarded. This guy's probably a retard. I mean, to be fair, like, it's not really, It's not that crazy because Boblax makes all that shit public himself. Boblax said his own sister's name on his stream. But yeah, I agree. Posting it is a bad look, and so you are staying banned.
Serving as the majority of their visuals, with it sometimes switching to footage critical to the narrative, or the creator's avatar or profile.
Wait, what?
Yeah, maybe we'll come back to that later.
Moist
maybe.
critical at the top of the quality food chain. Huh? Bro, just literally in the last month or so, he got something factually wrong that he shouldn't have gotten wrong. The Sniper Wolf thing. The Sniper Wolf, bro, and that's top of the quality food chain. Getting a factual detail wrong that he should have known about. Oh my god.
Thank you for the $2. Thank you.
Bro, this is what happens when you're concerned about people reacting to your video. You end up saying something about them that you shouldn't say. That's crazy that you would say that about Moist Critical when he has literally just been embroiled in a controversy over getting a factual detail wrong. Fuck me.
Oftentimes, these videos follow a very, very loose script, and in some cases, no script at all, with the creator just kind of recapping someone else's video on the topic at hand, while giving it sparse personal opinions and commentary. Oftentimes, these personal opinions shared by the creators are the most safe, middle-of-the-road opinions that one could have, as to not piss too many people off. As of the time of writing this, the hot news for the past 2 months has been on Mr. Beast and the many allegations thrown initially against his crew member and longtime friend Ava Chris Tyson, and later direct allegations of neglect, faking videos, workplace abuse, among many, many other allegations, most of which alleged by YouTuber.
Middle of the road. Middle of the road perspectives. Bro, okay. I will say this though. He is issuing out. It's so funny that he's criticizing Moist Critical for middle of the road perspectives.
This whole video could have just been, these are the creators I like and these are the ones I don't.
That's the vibe I'm getting from this video. I'm getting the vibe of, here's creators I like, here's ones I don't. But it's a problem for yeah. These are the creators I like and I don't like, and for some reason that's your problem. Okay, bro. Thank you for letting us know your personal tastes, but I don't think anyone asked. Okay. Exactly, Stylo. Exactly. It's like, oh, Moist Critical is the king of giving middle of the road takes to us not to upset anyone, which I think we could easily classify as what? A middle of the road take to not upset anyone. Moist Critical, it just gives a middle of the road take. Yes, wow, how compelling and new information for us. Anyway,
Ava Chris Tyson, and later direct allegations of neglect, faking videos, workplace abuse, among many, many other allegations, most of which alleged by YouTuber Dogpack404. Upon all of this news,
I'm
what was being said here?
Amongst and East and many people shared by the creator just kind of recapping someone else's very, very loose script, and in some cases, no script at all, with the creator just kind of recapping someone else's video on the topic at hand, while giving it sparse personal opinions and commentary. Oftentimes, these personal opinions shared by the creators are the most safe, middle-of-the-road opinions that one could have, as to not piss too many people off. As of the time of writing this, the hot news for the past 2 months has been on Mr. Beast and the many allegations thrown initially against his crew member and longtime friend Ava Chris Tyson, and later direct allegations of neglect.
There are better and worse parts of this video. There is no this video is not bad enough to justify taking it down. I'm sorry, it just is not whatsoever. So far, anyway. Like you said, Critical, Mutaha, and Cheeto were high quality. That is the worst thing he said so far. And it's like, yeah, that's dumb, but like, oh, who cares?
Faking videos, workplace abuse, among many, many other allegations, most of which alleged by YouTuber.
Middle of the road. Middle of the road perspectives. Bro, okay. I will say this though. He is issuing out. It's so funny that he's criticizing Moist Critical for middle of the road perspectives.
This whole video could have just been, these are the creators I like and these are the ones I don't.
That's the vibe I'm getting from this video. I'm getting the vibe of, here's creators I like, here's ones I don't. But it's a problem for yeah. These are the creators I like and I don't like, and for some reason that's your problem. Okay, bro. Thank you for letting us know your personal tastes, but I don't think anyone asked. Okay. Exactly, Stylo. Exactly. It's like, oh, Moist Critical is the king of giving middle-of-the-road takes to us not to upset anyone, which I think we could easily classify as what? A middle-of-the-road take to not upset anyone. Moist Critical, it just gives a middle-of-the-road take. Yes, wow, how compelling and new information for us. Anyway.
Ava Chris Tyson, and later, direct allegations of neglect, faking videos, workplace abuse, among many, many other allegations, most of which alleged by YouTuber Dogpack404. Upon all of this news breaking, these drama channels raced to their computers to bang out as many MrBeast cancellation videos as humanly possible, and it absolutely worked. A fantastic example of this drama slot machine in full work is a YouTuber by the name of More Pegasus, which is a second channel to the already immensely successful Pegasus. Not the good Pegasus, that Pegasus. This person has uploaded over 13 videos that all roughly have the same thumbnail, title, editing style, and are all just kind of the same thing. These videos got insane numbers, so obviously he continued to make more and more of these, and has likely made tens of thousands of dollars from these videos.
Dude, this feels so surface level, man. It's like, yeah, he made a bunch of videos about MrBeast and made a shitload of money off of it, right? Yes. Why is he not talking about the fact that maybe he does, maybe I'm pause Andying. But to me, it just seems far more interesting to get into, like, talking about how Pegasus is like a... Like, remember that video we watched? And I was hoping that Pegasus was going to be like, yeah, man, I don't give two fucks. I'm making shitloads of money, cry about it. But instead, he tried to, you know, do this thing where he's like, oh no, actually...
Tens of thousands is not a reach. Tens of thousands is not a reach. At all. With, what, for a 12 at least videos of over 1 million views, 2 million views each, tens of thousands of dollars is not a reach.
Same thing. These videos got insane numbers, so obviously he continued to make more and more of these, and has likely made tens of thousands of dollars from these videos.
Dude, this feels so surface level, man. It's like...
A lot of this guy claimed that it's not slop, which, like, whatever, man. If I were in the same spot and I wasn't so pretentious about the videos I produce, I'd be doing the exact same thing, and I think the majority of the people would in this situation. It's more about just kind of admitting that you're milking something. It's fine, you know, get that bag, it's job, it's money, it's your work. But I will never buy him saying that it's not being milked. However,
Okay. I will take an L for that pause Andy.
There you go. Chud pause Andy. Chud got owned. Chud got owned from the past. Raymondo won. Put the video back up.
Because he did make that point. That's fair. That's fair. He's okay with the milking it. It's the denial of it, which I agree with. I think Pegasus should have just been more honest about it and just said, yeah, I am milking it. What of it? But he wasn't. He tried to, like, come up with this weird excuse. That, no, I'm not milking it, actually. This is all new updates. No, you don't need to do fucking 14 videos about MrBeast, okay? I don't need to do 14 videos about fucking Bo Blacks. But I did because it was entertaining. And, you know, the money was flowing. Like, you don't need to cope about it.
Pegasus is nowhere near the only person doing this. YouTubers like Turkey Tom, Cheeto, Sensitive Society, Jamari, WestJet, Oompaville, and many, many, many others will take a fresh controversy, make multiple videos, always over 8 minutes long or more, of course so they can make more profit from it, and then make a new video every time there's a new piece of information on the drama, no matter how small this new detail.
It's like, okay, yes, people are doing that. That is true. People are indeed doing that. But what exactly is the problem with it? Like, you're saying it's a problem. To me, if you're saying people are putting out videos repeatedly on the same topic, it's not my kind of content, so I don't watch it, then that's fine. That's your taste. That's not a problem. But he's calling it a problem. But he's not even saying what the problem is. He's just saying what people are doing and leaving it to us to determine that, oh, it's a problem for some reason. You know. Even though he's not really elucidating what the problem is. Also, exactly. See, Shieldhead knows as an old school YouTuber. Hope you're well. But yeah, it's like I said this earlier too. The focus is on the creators, which obviously, you know, if you want to shit on creators, go ahead and shit on creators. But there's a total fucking ignorance of this dynamic that exists where YouTube put in place things
the market
that YouTubers then have to follow in order to keep making their channel profitable and make money. And the market responds to those changes. And it's like, all of a sudden of it that made
Okay, I skip Chud's commentary.
Is that the majority of the audience is on the younger side, leading for their standards for the videos they consume to be lower. What's clear is that genuine factual information is pretty hard to find in this genre, but oftentimes it's forgiven since the videos are usually just a guy talking about things that he heard someone else say. But what about when the creator presents their viewpoints and opinions as gospel? Enter Moon. Video essays are a fantastic example of a genre that's been taken over by slop content. YouTubers like SunnyV2 and his brain-melting editing style have become the meta, and it works, since it appeals to as wide an audience as possible. Many of these bad video essays provide nothing more than the creator's one-sided agenda, misrepresentation of information.
Okay, wait. So now, I mean, I personally, I'm like, okay, if you want to call this slop as well, it just feels like we're getting to the point where it's just, stuff I don't like is slop. That's the slop that I don't like.
Problem? Yes, problem.
You're including so much in this definition of slop now. That this scripted, edited content is now slop too. Everything is slop.
Information, zero nuance, and of course, rampant plagiarism and theft of ideas. A channel on YouTube that does all of this and more is the one and only Moon. Moon is a YouTuber who started uploading video essay documentary style videos at the very beginning of 2021. These videos were very well produced, entertaining, and provided a somewhat unique viewpoint that we hadn't really seen before. Moon was vehemently anti-TikTok and anti-China. His content, despite being of decent quality, wasn't very nuanced and often just opted to share the bad side of the story, or at least only focus on the negative, since that's what makes you the money here on YouTube. Moon's videos started to become more and more biased, with him stating his opinion as fact a lot of the time, while also starting to lean more right politically. Moon started to expand his team quite a lot.
Okay, see, this is the point at which it's like, okay, do we have examples of this? What does that mean to state?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we need this. This has got to show some damning stuff about this Moon guy now. It better.
Rather than just
employees on a near monthly basis. This led to the majority of his videos to be written by different people, and clearly there wasn't too much quality checking or cross-referencing, leading to videos being essentially stolen and then given a Moon skin, while also removing any nuance that the original video possessed.
There was once upon a time when they would only close a community if it brought unwanted media scrutiny and bad PR to the whole website.
There was actually a time when they would only close a community if it...
Okay, dude, this is like such a This is such a transparent effort to have the H-Bomber guy moment. It feels like he's trying to have his H-Bomber guy moment here and expose some plagiarism. And it's like, it's just out of place. What has this got to do with slop? Also, it just feels very odd to include Moon in this. Like, we're getting to the point where so many different things are getting included in this definition of slop. Okay, so this Moon guy plagiarized. Right, and this is now slop as well to you. Dude, I don't fucking know. This is very confusing and incoherent as a viewer watching this. I'm like, now we're talking about Moon plagiarizing? It seems like we're getting very broad of what we're thinking in terms of slop.
Brought unwanted media scrutiny and bad PR to the whole website.
Essentially, the process was, a video hits it big and is garnering a lot of discussion and views. Moon sees this video and gets his writers to essentially make the same video, but change it up a little bit. 10 days later, he shits out this Frankenstein's monster video while not crediting or even mentioning the original video that it was inspired by.
The tragedy of iPad kids, the disturbing rise of iPad kids. Yeah, I guess, yeah, okay. Seems bad, I guess. I'm just like... I guess, you know...
I want some good points. I don't care about the plagiarism. I want to hear about his bad research or something.
Others that you can turn to. But I believe I myself am a victim to this lazy...
Okay. Like...
video that makes the overall point that to fully say that the entire generation is doomed because of Skibbity Toilet and stuff like that is bad faith, and kind of harmful to do. Because despite Gen Alpha facing...
Is this the Moon guy? Is this what he looks like? That's Raymundo. Oh, brother.
Real struggle that does kind of put them in a worse spot than the people before them, we shouldn't be spouting hate towards them, and rather we should...
No, this isn't Raymundo, is it? No, it's not. How is that Raymundo? When he's talking, it's not moving with his mouth.
and kind of harmful to do. Because despite Gen Alpha facing real struggle that does kind of put them in a worse spot than the people before them, we shouldn't be spouting hate towards them, and rather we should be trying to help them. That's a very, very abridged version, and if you're curious, I highly recommend that you watch the original video. But the point is, I brought up a viewpoint that hadn't really been expressed yet.
Oh, it's his old video.
Did really well for it. So you know what Moon did? 2 weeks after my video released, Moon drops The Dark Reality of Generation Alpha, where Moon talks about Gen Alpha and makes very, very similar points in a very, very similar order as to what I did. And because nuance is a foreign concept on the Moon channel, he completely removed any of the positivity and hope that my video had, while still including some of my talking points that were leading to the positivity and hope. Moon has over 4...
Okay. If you're going to do this, put the effort in and actually put together your case. Like, he's just saying shit. Where's the proof of any of this? It could well have happened. It could well have happened. You might be speaking the pure truth here, but I just don't know because I can't see the examples. Okay, I don't know, dude. I just... Without the effort, I feel it difficult to really engage with this point of pointing out where the examples are. And of actually...
Okay, so he doesn't substantiate this tool then?
Providing anything new to the conversation and just spreading fear. He gives no solutions, doesn't try to help. There's truly nothing other than negativity.
Bro, okay, so this has turned from he plagiarized me to he didn't say things that I wanted him to say. Like, I didn't like his video and I don't like him as a creator. Dude, it feels like, oh, he plagiarized me, but not enough because he didn't make the same points here that I did. It's like incoherent. It's an
No, I don't think this is incoherent. I don't agree that this is incoherent. Because I feel like it is a marker of someone being low IQ and low effort if they just want to sit there and pick and poke at the issue and say, this is so bad, and then you ask them, well, okay, well, what would be better, or how would you improve the situation, or what's the solution for this? And they're just like, well, I just think it's bad. Okay. You're very low IQ then, aren't you? And that does seem like what this Moon Guy's videos are. That he's just sitting there lamenting that, oh, modern society is just so bad because all the TikTok and the whores and the TikTok and the whores and the internet slang. That sounds like what this Moon Guy's videos probably are.
Incoherent criticism. He copied me, but he didn't copy these bits. He didn't... Oh, dude. Okay, without proof, I don't think this is anything worthy of any sort of consideration. Show me the fucking receipts, and I'll tell you what I think about it. But he's simultaneously complaining that he plagiarized him, but not enough. It's retarded, dude.
Which is one of the main points against this man. He fearmongers like no one else, only provides one side of the argument, and despite all of that, he treats his word as gospel, literally referring to himself in terms of the Matrix. He has all of this pseudo-intellect.
Things can be bad and have no solution. Hypothetically, the world was going to end and we couldn't do anything about it. Probably so bad they got destroyed. What a fucking stupid response, Max. You know that's a fucking stupid response. These are small social issues that you could probably research effective solutions to, or think of better ways for the world to be and ways we could get there, and at least pitch them. But Moon obviously chooses not to, because Moon is a pathetic, lazy, doomer right-winger on the internet who exists only to make lonely, miserable men like yourself more miserable so that you are more committed to the exact same things that he's preaching, and you keep watching the videos and keep feeding him adder on you.
Intellectualism, and he doesn't even pronounce the words from 1984 correctly.
Oh, hey, Raimondo, if you want to hop on after this, the talk, we can do. I'm happy to. I've got to be honest, though, I'm not a massive fan of this. Not just because I feel called out, but I think there's some problems with this video.
And Oceania...
Oceania has... Oceania...
Oceania. Oceania. Not Oceania. I don't know how you can miss this. Are you deaf as well as stupid?
Like, come...
Wait, what's this?
He has all of this pseudo-intellectualism, and he doesn't even pronounce the words from 1984 correctly.
Oceania.
And Oceania...
Oceania has... Oceania...
Oceania.
It's like the same shit as when someone makes a video that's like, oh, there's pedophiles on TikTok. It's like, yeah? What do you want to do about that? There's pedophiles everywhere. What's the solution here? How do we... Well, we need to get the pedophiles off of TikTok. I need to call out the pedophiles. Yeah, is that going to stop them molesting kids? It's like, it's the same shit. This is just what these commentary losers do. They just like go, bad thing happening, bad thing happening. You're like, okay, what do you want done about it?
Oceania, not Oceana. I don't know how you can miss this. Are you deaf as well as stupid?
Like, come on. If you're gonna say everything in the modern world is literally...
Wait, hang on a sec. So the example is he's saying he's plagiarized me. And rather than present us with evidence that he's plagiarized him, he's nitpicking about his pronunciation of a word. Why not insert examples of the plagiarism? Isn't that the point of this? It just comes across to me, this guy could have plagiarized the fuck out of this dude, but I wouldn't know because he's not proven it to me. He's just said it's happened, and now he's nitpicking about his pronunciation of a word. So for all I know, I'm like...
Well, okay, was he nitpicking the pronunciation of the word, or was he pointing out that this guy was acting incredibly smug and arrogant about the way the word was spoken while mispronouncing it? Is that not what I just saw? That seemed like the complaint more.
And he doesn't even pronounce the words from 1984 correctly.
Oceania. And Oceania.
Oceania has... Oceania?
Oceania. Oceania, not Oceana. I don't know how you can miss this. Are you deaf as well as stupid?
Like, come on. If you're gonna say everything in the modern world is literally...
Wait, hang on a sec. So the example is he's saying he's plagiarized me.
I think so independent thinkers, while his about how short attention span editing and content is...
You can make a valid point and pronounce words wrong. IDK, that's not even what's being spoken about.
Making people dumber and less independent thinkers, while his editing is super overdone, fast-paced, flashy, and his content doesn't encourage independent thought at all, since he represents everything that isn't his argument as false.
His content doesn't encourage independent thought at all. According to who? I've not watched this guy's content. That just sounds like your opinion, man. Which, I mean, what was it you were saying earlier about stating opinion as fact? And now here you are stating your opinion, which is that his content doesn't provoke thought in a, you know, what I consider to be a very conclusive way. It sounds like a fact. No? I mean, I don't know, dude. It feels like he's fucking doing the thing he was saying was bad earlier.
See, Deeper Armor, you know that this is retarded because it's not a matter of you can't say that. That's an unworkable solution that will be impossible to implement. So come up with something within the realm of possibility. Enjoy getting Americans to vote on that.
Moon is truly one of the worst video essay slop channels, but for some reason, he dodges a lot of criticism, with the prior mentioned Sunny V2 receiving most of the hate. They both suck, but Moon sucks so much worse. However, the main thing to learn from Moon is that
Here for Chud's sloppy toppy. That's slang for slop topics, right?
Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is... Dude, I feel like there was more that could be done here to back up this point of plagiarism. And it just feels like a lot of this framing around it. Like, this seems like the segment he's worried about most.
You have to vote. Thanks. I'm going to keep posting tweets and trolling black people in Japan online. Good. Don't vote. What? The fuck?
He wants to shit on this Moon guy who
What
he thinks is a
that?
retard. And has maybe plagiarized him. But it's quite a weak segment. He's not even shown any evidence beyond one short clip of the plagiarizing. And the longest clip that I saw in that, I'm pretty sure, was about his pronunciation of Oceania, which is a trivial matter.
you truly do not need to have good, insightful content to capture the masses. You need to rob.
Oh yeah, when they're polling mass deportation, is that about black people? Is it deeper armor? Is that about African Americans? Yeah.
Rile them up emotionally and leave them drooling at the mouth with super visually stimulating editing. If you make people scared, they're more likely to stick around, and if you make people angry, they're more likely to stick around as well. And if you get a bunch of scared and angry people and then represent yourself as some sort of modern-day philosopher, that's the perfect concoction for making disgusting amounts of money on this platform. If you couldn't tell...
Haitians. Oh, sorry, Deeper Armor. I thought you said mass deportations, not deporting the 5 Haitians you've got in Springfield.
I really don't like this clown, and I want to make a full...
I mean, sure. As a symptom of his pretension, he's incredibly inarticulate.
Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, maybe.
No, it's that one fucking Matrix song. Or is Is it a remix of it?
Maybe you feel like I just feel that there's lots of people you can make that point with. Why pick this random guy? I've never even heard of him before. Maybe other people have. Maybe his videos suck. But this feels like personal. It feels like he's personally bothered by this Moon guy, and he's dressed it up.
It is a trans movie. It is a trans movie. The only Wachowski movie that's not a trans movie is Speed Racer. Speed Racer chads are up huge. Speed Racer goes fucking hard. We won.
In this way to go after this Moon character. Okay, yeah, this Moon guy sounds like a blueser, I guess, from your description. But I mean, you've not really proven your case in any meaningful way. You know Moon. Do I? Have I? Moon. When? He's such a slop tuber that I've forgotten, clearly.
Length video on him, going into all of his manipulation tactics, hypocrisy, and of course, plagiarism. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comments, and like this video while—
Oh! Doesn't this feel like a bit of a teaser? Like a sort of like, oh, I wonder if people would like it if I did a video shitting on Moon. But he's like too, you know, nervous about it, or doesn't know how it's going to go down. So he's made this whole video just to try and come up with this idea of how to shit on Moon. And be like, oh yeah, guys, you want to see me shit on Moon more, let me know.
like this clown, and I want to make a full-length video on him, going into all of his manipulation tactics, hypocrisy, and of course, plagiarism. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comments, and like—
Because if you think about it as well, the rest of the video is so badly fleshed out in terms of arguments. With 16 minutes 30 in, and I'm still yet to hear a good argument as to why any of this is a problem, right? I've heard lots of arguments about how he doesn't like this, he personally doesn't like this kind of content, etc., which is a problem for you that you then solve by saying, don't recommend channel and going about your day. I fail to see how any of this is a problem for me and others who watch this content or whatever. I mean, some of this stuff like Pegasus, I don't watch Pegasus videos. I only watched that one video where he tried to cope, which I paused Andy on, to be fair, but he tried to cope about he's not
Regardless, it should be clear to you now that slop takes up a lot of different forms here on YouTube. But unlike Moon, I don't want this to just be my perspective.
So yeah, it's like everything is slop. Anything could possibly be slop. It just seems like a totally useless criticism.
But before we get into that, there's one more piece of slop that I really just want to mention.
Another form of this slop content that I've seen a lot is cartoon.
Oh, it is this guy.
Channels that make these AI-generated kind of recaps of episodes and things that happen in them, and they always use the same type of thumbnail. That being this incredibly bland white background with a character and then some text next to it. I'm so incredibly sick of this, and I see it everywhere, and the worst part is that it works next to it. I'm incredibly bland white background.
Who is watching this? Did he go too far? She's finally broken. Worse than you realize. What is this? Family Guy character cancellation videos?
And then some text next to it. I'm so incredibly sick of this, and I see it everywhere. And the worst part is that it works.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting recommended this shit. YouTube doesn't think I want to see this. Okay? I've never seen a video like this in my life. I don't know what's going on with your algo, Raymondo. YouTube obviously thinks you're some kind of fucking retard, bro. Okay? They obviously think you're some sort of slack-jawed mongoloid who wants to see this shit. What? Maybe watch better content. You won't get recommended such dog shit.
Just click. You see the little 3 buttons here? All you need to do is click there, and it has an option for don't recommend channel. Like, if you're sick of seeing this, click don't recommend channel, and then it stops recommending those channels. What? I'm so sick of something that I could easily control. Just say don't recommend channel and it's fixed. What do you mean? Like, yeah, these videos probably suck. I don't think these are good videos. And I don't watch them or click on them. And I always say don't recommend if they pop up. Movie recap channels. Those suck as well. To be fair, I've watched quite a few of those. But they do suck. Like, they overtake your fucking algorithm if you let them. But all you got to do is click don't recommend, you know, and watch other stuff. It's like simultaneously watching other stuff while saying don't recommend, and you curate your page to be what you want it to be. And that's it. You're laughing.
So I get like 70 view videos in my recommended. I don't get any of this Family Guy funny moments recaps. I get shit like this.
So I just got done streaming on Twitch, and well, here is. Well, I mean, I was playing F1. The game is no longer. The PS5 is turned off. Anyway. I decided to go look into my memberships because at some point, the September memberships, I get 10 free gifted memberships every month. At some point, those 10 will expire in either tomorrow or the next day. At some point, it will go off. So I thought I'd look through the memberships one more time. And you just wait, guys. Just wait for the last one. Just wait for the last one. Okay, so you got the OGs right here. The first ever member, Mars McGee, 4 months now. Docker's Lover, 4 months. Ben Parsons, 4 months. Captain LF, 4 months. Captain LF obviously made the Reddit for me. Ben is a legendary subscriber. Docker's Lover is a very annoying person, but he is still appreciated. And also, obviously, Demon Fan Cat as well. Went to my first A4 game for free because of her. So these are real, you know, OG members. OG members. Then you got your average target frog, who is a 2-month big trooper. I noticed he asked his first Q&A question recently, so that's great. Got Sport Kings, Mr. Cat, 2 months. Flag Hawks, yes, go Hawks. Gemstone, 9011. I'm pretty sure he's also a Hawks fan. Obviously, at least 125 of these are gifted, by the way, of the 146. 125 are gifted. Dune, Cool Edits, Cardman, that is the real Cardman. Oh yes, it is the actual guy. It was gifted, of course, but he is for now a member on our channel, which is kind of
I want to
crazy.
know who's the last member.
Gawain, okay. Do you upload vlogs? Adam McIntosh, Sleg, C1 Climb, B6, Aka.
Wait, he's already just going through, stalking all of his members on video.
VBL
This is awesome.
season. I assume that's cricket. This sounds like cricket. I don't watch cricket though, so I wouldn't know. Ken F, It's Manja, Factual Opinion. I guarantee you this person says lies. Chris Tillis, Chiaki Nanami, Hyper47, Maddie J, Murad, Jobber, or Jabber, I don't know which one it is. Eli Lauf, the playlist guy. He is a bit of a legend in his own right. Aiden Waters, Blue Moo, Joshua, John Jones, not the UFC fighter, I assume, different spelling. Jay Patel, Dragnov, not the Call of Duty gun, I assume, but different spelling again. Josip Pijaka, Wild Wolf, Boss Only B, and sometimes PS4. LOL. A couple years ago, I had a kick about outside. The City, It's Wrath, Miss Juju, Mason Concert has bought a membership on this channel, and it is bought it. I made a 4th tier that cost £40 as a joke. I made it as a joke. This Sean Ducks fella has only gone and bought it. He's
Sean Ducks buying the $40 membership. Let's go.
Has bought a membership on this channel, and it is the big one. He has bought a big one. I don't know. I was baffled when Dynamic Pool bought 100 memberships in one stream. The £1, 99p one, or 99 cents or whatever. This guy has gone and bought this one. This guy's gone and bought this one. I just...
What a legend. What a legend. Yeah, that's what I get recommended. No Family Guy funny moments here.
These videos have a ton of views, and that pains me. It's painful to see this, honestly. And I'm personally someone who is very...
It pains you? Why would it pain you? Dude, there's loads of content that gets a shit ton of views that you would personally think doesn't deserve to get a ton of views. But yeah, who cares? Like, so some fucking slop producer is making a shitload of money. I don't know, dude. It just seems like he's personally bothered by this in some way. Why are you so pained by that? Just click don't recommend and go about your fucking day.
Very subject to injury, unfortunately. Which is why I'm actually very happy to have partnered with Morgan & Morgan, America's largest
it's an ad read.
Okay, okay. Here's the thing. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. But people often get very...
Oh, this guy's doing an ad read. That's a great reminder for me to do a little shill. So guys, 335 people here right now. 47 likes on the stream. I mean, there's like 300 people who could be liking the stream right now, but haven't. So if you wouldn't mind, leaving a like on the stream, okay, that'd be awesome. Moving your cursor, thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing the thumbs up on your mobile device. That would be epic. Now, if you want to take your support even further, you can do so by donating directly through a Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership, gift a membership, or gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. You can buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read out on TTS. Or you can buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. Go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Very lowballed by insurance companies who don't have their best interests in mind. However, with Morgan & Morgan, there's a chance you'd get millions of dollars from your injury because Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for lowball offers. Hell, they've achieved significant verdicts in the last couple of months for victims involved in life.
That is crazy ad read.
Make money off depressed people. Don't feed me slop and tell me it's not. Slop or not is fine. Call Moolah Milk _fed_gimp with a sharp hit piece. Don't warn him first with your...
I mean, I don't think the Rob guy was trying... Raymondo. I think this Raymondo guy was trying to make some big moral point with this video.
Own slop.
Thank you for the super chats.
That's not how it seems to me anyway. He's just saying he thinks the content's low IQ and low effort.
Well, what is this Morgan & Morgan company? They're sponsoring... Are they like ambulance chasers or something? They're sponsoring so many YouTubers now. It's crazy.
Car crashes. Like 12 million in Florida, which is 34 times the highest insurance offer. Or 26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer. And 6.8 million in my beautiful home city of New York, which is 25 times the highest insurance offer. I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And even if it isn't, Morgan & Morgan will fight for the biggest award possible.
Thank you for the glizzy, Bobby's sister. Thank you.
You become a client. Because let's just say they're the biggest for a reason, right? It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case, and you can do it all online. Oh, and here's my favorite part, right?
Is this legal? Yeah, of course it is. As long as it's all disclosed properly, yeah, there's no problem.
Thank you for the peach, Max. Thank you.
I don't know where the disclosure is on YouTube, but there should be something somewhere that says there's a button that you click when you put your video up that shows that it's a sponsored video. You did do that, right? You did do that, didn't you, Raymondo? Okay, you did do that, didn't you?
He's owned.
Their fee is absolutely free unless you win. There are zero upfront costs. Essentially, they'll only get paid if you get paid. You can click the link in the description and go to www.forthepeople.com/Raymundo. And a massive thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video.
Now listen, look, guys, I know people are going to try and draw some sort of hypocrisy. I don't really care about the advert. That's not a problem to me. Taking an ad and running an ad is fine on your video. It's whatever.
I'm here with the one and only Sensitive Society to get his opinion on everything that's being talked about.
Hi, thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
What is it like to make drama commentary? What is the creative process and the read that's being talked about?
Hi.
Or was it just for the ad?
Wait, who is this?
So I'm here with the one and only Sensitive Society to get his opinion on everything that's being talked about.
Hi, thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
What is it like to make drama commentary? What is the creative process and the research and all those sort of things?
Truth be told, because
why is he playing the Skibbity toilet music?
A little backstory. The reason why I have a channel in the first place is because I really like the idea of just a random...
Now, I've got to be honest with you. I don't actually know about Sensitive Society and their background, but I vaguely remember them getting like some detail of a story wrong somewhere. I can't recall exactly, but I just, hopefully this is an opportunity for him to maybe ask about that and find out a bit about what goes wrong in the process to get information wrong. Hopefully we're going to see that.
Guy, say whatever's on his mind. I'm just an everyday guy who sees something and he's interested in the topic, whatever it is, whether it's something serious or goofy like we're seeing with KSI and Lunchly and everyone treating it like it's World War.
Sensitive Society's critical levels? Really? I also feel like I've got a bad impression of Sensitive Society. I hate to say it. Oh, I need to do a video about this too. Yeah, this is fucking bleak, isn't it? It's about as bad as it gets.
War 3, and I think it's hilarious. It's not that serious.
No, it really is that deep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm wondering also, what is the research process like for these videos?
Whatever situation's going down, whether I see it on Twitter or Reddit,
research,
then I start looking into where it's coming from and trying to make sure I have the story as accurate as possible. If it's something on Twitter, I just don't read the headline and I grab my microphone and get to it.
Right.
Like I try to look into it, look for other tweets, similar tweets, and then Google that, and then.
Okay, this sounds like a fair. Like, I'm not expecting it to be hardline, fucking crazy combative interview, but like. It just feels that the tone is like quite pleasant in this. And I'm like, well, I thought you had a big problem with this stuff. And this is one of the people that you're claiming is part of the problem. So surely this is an opportunity to really ask him the hard questions to get to the bottom of what he's doing.
And see if there's articles written about it. Just trying to cover everything. And, there's always two sides to a story.
How do you feel about the slop label? Does it hurt your feelings, or are you just kind of like, it's a job, or I don't know, what's your input?
It really doesn't hurt my feelings, to be honest. I mean, I do think, I don't want to sound like the nerd emoji here, and be like, technically, guys, but I do think there's definitely some channels out there that are like the definition of flop, and I know that's really coming for me, but I think there's a difference. And between, I guess, channels like Pyro, or me, or Critical, or, whoever else. And then there's like other subgenre of channels that is no different than the brain rot channels that they talk about.
How much I feel like this guy has missed the biggest problem with this kind of content, and that's that people get information factually wrong, or they produce stuff in a certain way to fit a popular narrative, like Nicholas Diorio pointed out. And it's like that should be the topic here, right? Like surely that should be the focus of this sort of stuff.
Yeah, we'll watch Sonic stuff later.
Because it's like, who fucking cares about 10 videos about Mr. Beast, right? It's about the issues that come with that, or dishonestly presenting something. I mean, I don't know enough about sensitive society to really say one way or another, but I would have thought in preparation for talking to him, you may look up some of his controversies or something and put them to him, because that's how you would then get into the root of the issue with the slop content.
Yeah, who cares what sensitive society thinks?
Different than the brain rot channels that they upload every day.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's once I have the topic locked down, because I'm usually looking for a hot minute.
Yeah,
So once I have a topic locked down, then from start to finish, it's probably like, between 2 to 3 hours.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, I think that's all my questions. Thank you very much.
Of course, appreciate.
What was that? Fucking military-industrial complex, getting the CEO of Lockheed Martin on the call and being like, oh, tell me about your day-to-day. How long does it take you in your average day to do this and do that? Bro, this is the guy. This is the guy that is the fucking architect of your pain. And you're not even asking him anything meaningful.
Both made the same factual error as Akito, Reese, Snipperwolf, and Lerix pushed hard against this misinfo. The damn irony.
Thank you. Oh, so yeah, I don't want to speak on it too much. I've not seen all the ins and outs of it. But yeah, so people in chat are saying sensitive society got the Sniper story wrong, but ended up taking the video down, which is good. A good way of resolving that issue.
Appreciate you, dude.
So, I now have the pleasure to talk to the one and only Chud. Welcome.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. What is the creative process for kind of putting together one of your videos, and what's kind of the timeline of the creation of it?
Yeah, so what I used to do, and I try not to do this anymore, is I'll try to balance something that I am interested in talking about with something that people are interested in hearing about.
So bear in mind, there was a big drama that happened with the Cheeto getting information wrong about Sniper Wolf and him being like resistant to addressing it and changing it. So hopefully we're going to hear that.
Okay, so he doesn't press a Cheeto at all. I think I get the message here. I'm not going to lie. It's taken way too long with Chud's reaction and shit. I can't be able to keep skipping through and missing parts of the video. So we're going to just go to the conversation now. If there's some crazy fucking thing I've missed in the last third of that video that's like super fucking mind-blowing, then feel free to fill me in. But I think I've got the fucking gist there. I think I get it.
Speak my piece, but ultimately, I agree with a lot of what you said, so there's not even too much contention.
Oh, no. But, you're not just being agreeable, are you? Come on.
No. I think I want to be clear that I had no idea really what I was getting into. Ultimately, what this video was a collection of sort of thoughts that I'd had and things that I was just feeling for a little while. And one day I just kind of decided that I wanted to cover it. And now I'm realizing that the way that it was presented and a lot of the points were rather weak. And there's some things that, while hearing other perspectives, I don't agree with. But there are things that I still absolutely do agree with. But
yeah, no, we can get into all of that. I mean, the main thing for me, I think, because I don't judge a video by its thumbnail and title. But I thought, okay, what's this? Let's have a watch of it. You call it YouTubers a slop problem. And then I get into it, and it seems like you're presenting that YouTuber's got like a slop problem. And to me, I'm thinking, well, the problem needs to be solved. And also we need to figure out what the problem exactly is. And it just feels like you didn't really say what the problem was beyond, I don't personally like this type of content.
I see.
You see what I mean? I mean, anything on that, or? Yeah,
no, totally. I mean, because initially, and this might be evident as the way it ended up turning out. Initially, I was writing a script about Moon. And that was the sort of main thing. And
yes, I did say that in the Moon segment. It came across like you wanted to make a video on this Moon guy because that's the heart of what you were doing. Okay.
Yeah, ultimately I have, and you had a good point about not really showing much evidence. I have a pretty decent amount, but I haven't like really started production. It's been a video that I've wanted to make for a while, but I kind of wanted to test run it in a sense because it felt like a very risky video to make, if that makes sense.
Okay. Look, I don't really like to suck my own dick, but I was 100% correct there because that's exactly what it
felt like. You're right. Yeah.
So, okay. So that's interesting though, because
if I remember correctly, he said he didn't like I was just out here getting cupcakes, EDP memes, because it downplays the pedo or something. Nothing groundbreaking. That sounds fucking retarded. That sounds really retarded.
You're worried about making this video, so you kind of dress it up in a way that you think is going to be more palatable to the audience.
Sure, yeah.
Do you not feel, I mean, I'm not saying that you're producing slop yourself, but that to me is a hallmark of like some of these creators. They're putting stuff out that's palatable to their audience, and it feels like you're kind of doing that with this video.
Oh shit, the counter slop allegation.
The way that I saw it was to just kind of give a criticism that was on my mind. And I didn't particularly make it to be like, oh, this is going to be the most easy, palatable.
Wait, he was making the same critique as Schoolboy? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I have to go back and see the Schoolboy 9 stuff. Oh my god. Where's the smart Schoolboy 9 stuff? Here we are.
I really feel as though we should take things...
below hand ringing that we all about the child says a level of cooking quite
comedic. However, it's a very different scenario to the Smart Schoolboy 9 thing. It's undeniable that his appearance is strange and unique, and to some maybe comedic, and to others maybe very off-putting. I also can't deny that some of the things that he's said and done can be kind of funny because of the absurdity of it all. But that doesn't mean it's okay to make light of it, in my opinion. I really feel as though we should take things...
Okay, that's wonderful.
Oh my god, it's not okay to make light of it. Shut up, shut up. Okay, no, he's lost me. He's lost me completely. Okay. He's lost me completely. That's it. Okay, this guy is totally gay. This Raymond, the guy's totally gay.
People make money off the press.
What a waste of a good video idea. Totally fine video idea, by the way. Totally good video idea, by the way. Wasted by being a gay loser. Once again, totally fine video idea. Wasted by... Set in Praise of Shadows 2 over here. Totally based fine video idea saying, hey, these guys suck. Totally fucked up. Wow. They just can't stop, can they?
I want to. Get fucked. Don't care. Literally couldn't care less.
Like it kept him from using his painkiller others.
Thank you for the super chats. It's this weird effort to try and like control what other people find funny or what humor they want to derive from things. Yeah, it's funny, and I will laugh at it, and I will tell jokes and meme about it with my audience because it's funny. The end of discussion. I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. You're free to click off. But I just don't think there's any... Like, it feels like this guy has got a personal opinion about something, and he wants to turn it into this thing, a problem to be solved. And it's like, you just don't like it. That's fine. You know, that's not a problem. But, I mean, just don't consume the content that does that sort of thing then. Go and watch your fucking Mama Maxes and the people that say pedophiles are bad 20 times.
Like this seriously, because not doing that ultimately feels dangerous. However, if you...
Okay, it may feel dangerous, but is it actually dangerous? Lots of things feel dangerous. What evidence... Like, if you say you don't like it, that's fine, that's your opinion. Saying that it feels dangerous is also an opinion. But it comes across like he's trying to create an issue off the basis of his feelings. When I'm like, well, I'd need to see... If you could show me 20 kids are raped every time you laugh at a pedophile, well, yeah, then I'd stop fucking laughing at pedophiles because, you know, there's the link. But I don't think there is a link, and I think one is being created out of feelings rather than being substantively there. I don't know, dude. It just... Where's the proof that having a laugh about this stuff? You know, this feels like fucking outrage at Brass Eye pedophile special all over again. Fucking grandmother sat at home, calling up Ofcom, complaining that Brass Eye mocked pedophiles in a special. Most complained about 2,000 complaints, I think it received. Show me how many kids got raped because of Brass Eye, okay?
You can tell. By means of so many people talking about this individual, so many memes have been made regarding this man. People have made videos of him in Minecraft. People have made videos of him kidnapping kids in Roblox. And hell, people are cosplaying this guy. This spreads him and his image further and further until now he's become almost just another piece of internet brain rot. It's especially bad when it's someone who...
Dude, you understand as well that in like the local area, he is a known person. He is known as like a weirdo, right? And he goes around and people spot him. I mean, he's hard to fucking miss, for starters.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I've said about Smart Schoolboy 9 the whole time. Taking it so seriously is so fucking stupid. Everyone knows this guy. I guarantee everyone in Doncaster, where he used to live, and everyone in whatever shithole part of London he's in now, everyone in the neighborhood, everyone in the fucking town, wherever, they all fucking know him. They all know that's the fat fucking brown bloke who paints his face white and goes around in a little schoolboy's outfit. If you see listen, if you're walking home from school and you see that fucking freak in the makeup and the school outfit again, don't talk to him, okay? Don't talk to him. The moment a kid goes missing, the moment a kid gets raped, everyone's like, oh, do you think it was the guy who dressed up like a little schoolboy? I guarantee you, every fucking time, he's the first suspect. I guarantee you, in every fucking case, the moment something happens. Everyone knows him. The police probably fucking know him. The police probably been called on him 1 million times. What are we worried about? This is probably the most surveilled pedo in the UK. What is the concern?
Okay, but I don't think some people far away, particularly in America, cosplaying as this guy, is going to create any sort of meaningful risk that people are going to get hurt because of this. I don't think a local child is going to, you know, be in the park and this guy comes up and the kid is like, oh, he's cosplaying as Smart Schoolboy 9. Little does he know it is Smart Schoolboy 9. He's about to get raped.
Preys on children. Because now we've seen children go out of their way to hunt this man down and find him, which I don't think I even need to try to explain why that's a bad thing. As I write this, Smart Schoolboy 9's image has spread more and more, and the genuine sins of his actions have become watered down and made into a joke with...
Okay, the sins of his actions. What? Like, look, guys, okay? I'm not saying that Smart Schoolboy 9 should be trusted in any way, but like, what actions is he? What actual criminal acts or acts of child endangerment is he substantively engaged in? I think there was like a case that was dealt with years ago. That was in that video that we watched about it. There was some case where he was on the hook for stalking a girl or something, and I think he got let off on mental illness. So that's more failing of the legal system than anything else, and that happened way before he was like a figure and he was getting mocked and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if there's, you know, it feels like we're kind of making his actions out to be worse than they are. Like he's
okay. How is it failing the legal system? I don't understand. Chud just called it a failing of the legal system. He is crazy. Like what? Are we just go in prison forever? Or is it probably better to just have him in like some fucking council house where you send some fucking carer to go check on him once in a while, and just if he does anything too crazy, the police sort him out? Or are we actually gonna have him in the fucking prison forever? Because he ain't fucking changing, is he? Is it really a failing of the criminal justice because he stalked a girl and didn't go to prison? I just keep him on watch.
Actually raped a kid than what it is, which is a fucking weirdo online that engages in like inappropriate behavior and stuff like that.
Tons of YouTubers who never covered this sort of thing making a bunch of videos on him, since they do well. Another example of this that's not fully related to YouTube slop is the insane amounts of jokes coming from young children regarding Diddy parties. Like the fact that such an evil and horrifying person has become within the same ranks as John
Guys, I'm gonna forget.
The Diddy party shit is funny. Oh my god. Okay. Look, if he doesn't like Diddy parties, he'll hate the shit I'm doing. Okay, well, that sounds crazy. If he doesn't like Diddy parties, he'll hate the shit I'm on. He'll hate the beat I'm on.
Streamer, right? Even if you don't personally like the personality, like stream clips are not going to be watched unless the streamer has got a personality that people are turning up for, whether or not you like the personality. So it's like this broad definition of slop gets us into a position where he's saying things about multiple different types of content which aren't true for all. So I don't know, dude. I feel like we've got so broad a definition at this point. This would have been better if it was more focused. And if he'd have felt gone, okay, this type of slop content is daily commentary channels, and this is what I think about them, and this is why it's a problem, and then made a separate video, or a massively separate point about like stream segments getting uploaded, and then made a different point. Like this could have been multiple videos. It feels like it's been stuffed into one video, and it creates this incoherency when we're now categorizing slop as not being personality. When there's types of content that is included that I find it very hard to see how you would succeed without having a personality, like stream clips, for example.
Okay, that's wonderful. But
none of us do. You can.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Boy, I mean, because initially,
okay, here we go.
And this might be evident as the way it ended up turning out. Initially, I was writing a script about Moon, and that was the sort of main thing. And
yes, I did say that in the Moon segment. It came across like you wanted to make a video on this Moon guy because that's the heart of what you were doing.
Okay. Yeah, ultimately, I have, and you had a good point about not really showing much evidence. I have a pretty decent amount, but I haven't like really started production. It's been a video that I've wanted to make for a while, but I kind of wanted to test run it in a sense because it felt like a very risky video to make, if that makes sense.
Okay. Look, I don't normally like to suck my own dick, but I was 100% correct there because that's exactly what it
seemed like. You're on it. Yeah.
So, okay. So that's interesting though, because it's like, you know, you're worried about making this video, so you kind of dress it up in a way that you think is going to be more palatable to the audience.
Sure, yeah.
Do you not feel, I mean, I'm not saying that you're producing slop yourself, but that to me is a hallmark of like some of these creators. They're putting stuff out that's palatable to their audience, and it feels like you're kind of doing that with this video.
I see what you mean. I personally, the way that I saw it was to just kind of give a criticism that was on my mind, and I, you know, I didn't particularly make it to be like, oh, you know, this is gonna be the most easy, palatable to watch thing, but I do understand that argument. I personally don't feel as though, at least with my own intention, that was the case, but
right, okay.
You know, I understand what you're saying.
So why didn't you, was it literally just a concern about, sorry, when you say it's risky, what do you mean by risky? What risks are you thinking of there?
So, ironically, the risks that I was considering from the Moon video itself are exactly what this video ended up producing. And so I was kind of right. And those risks were really just kind of a step into a spotlight that I am pretty unfamiliar with. And in retrospect, it makes sense how we got here, but I really was not expecting this video to do well or to really be considered by that many people. And so that was my concern with the Moon video, or you know, just that as a project really felt as though something that would make a lot of people upset and definitely lead to some semblance of drama, which you know, again, it's
I mean, I feel, you know, look, I've got to be honest with you, mate. I feel like this is cope. It's like you put Turkey Tom, Moist Critical, you know, Mutahar, like all these people. I mean, I'd say more so like Turkey Tom is someone who's got like quite a motivated, engaged audience. I feel like you put them on the thumbnail and then you're like, oh, how is this? I'm surprised it's caused drama. Like you're provoking the drama by including these massive YouTubers on your thumbnail, and it's likely to elicit and draw their attention, no?
I mean, on the note of Turkey Tom specifically, he is someone who is very prideful in the label of slop. And on his
I mean, yeah, you've put big YouTubers there and said this is slop. The reason someone's clicking this a lot of the time, not all of them, but a significant portion of the viewers are going to see someone they recognize, and they're either going to hugely agree with the idea it's slop, or more likely they're going to be like, wait, they're not slop. Why is this guy saying they're slop? And then click it.
I mean, on the note of Turkey Tom specifically, he is someone who is very prideful in the label of slop. And on his, and to be clear, I was talking about like Tom Dark and the live channel. But you know, it's not really something that I really felt was this kind of like breaking like attack on him. It's just kind of something that him and also Pyro and a lot of these people do. And it's like, yeah, I'm making slop. So I didn't really feel like there's too much of a inherent risk since that is part of their brand identity.
Okay, you've got okay. I just feel like you've massively underestimated that then, because the thumbnail is them and this is slop. And but, you know, it's like, yeah, that would be seen by a lot of people as negative. And I'm sure Turkey Tom would probably take it in good-natured and would probably have an issue with arguments you made. I don't know which take on it is, but that would be his position. Yeah. But obviously, you know, you are going to get a lot of people that are just mad at you because you only go at Turkey Tom, right?
Yeah, and I certainly have. And, you know, to me, ultimately, I am heavily considering just privating the video as a whole because I don't feel too confident. I think, you know,
why?
A lot of the points that I made, I can concede now. And not that I think I was completely wrong with everything, but I think that the way that it presented was not in the best way. And I don't want my sort of, you know, standing to be someone who makes shitty points, you know, or at least presents points now.
I guess what for you has kind of tipped it over to the thought process of I don't want this video like publicized or out there anymore.
Well, ultimately, it's a matter of having more viewpoints and a lot more input from people who have kind of just changed my mind and poked a lot of holes in something that in the moment I felt was a pretty decent project. And ultimately, you know, I come from it from the angle of like, I kind of, you know, I want to admit when I'm wrong about something or admit that I may not have done something in the best way. And honestly, I really do.
If he's taking that video down, he better be making an exact replacement, okay? I think this should be the rules. If you're going to be a bitch about a video, well, it's like something like this, where it's not a matter of you got the evidence wrong or you made some serious allegation that can't be substantiated. When you're just doing like a fucking like opinion piece, here's what I think about YouTube and YouTubers video, and you take it down, I think you should be forced, legally required, with fucking like death squads outside your door, forcing you to make that exact same video again and make the points you think are good points this time, okay? Because if you're going to sit here and be like, well, I think it was a good video, but, you know, some of my arguments could have been better and all these other points of view have changed my opinion a bit. Well, then show us that. Show us that show us that your mind's been changed and make the refined points that you think you can do now.
Do not want to be highlighted. I kind of have just been doing my own thing for a while, and I'm happy with that. And ultimately, this was a decision that would go directly against that, and I'm realizing that now. But you know, that's kind of the main point.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's like, you know, how did this disconnect happen where you're looking at something and you're going, that's an absolute banger? Like, did you part, and then it goes on to like you get these criticisms, which I think a lot of YouTubers I think would have pointed out to you if they'd have seen it. Like, did you not share this with anyone? Did you not say, oh, can you look at my video and see what you think? Did you not do any sort of testing or you know, speak to anyone that you know about this or?
Not really. So basically, I showed it to my family, and I ran through the talking points with my kind of close-knit YouTuber buddies, and I got their input, and they were all like, yeah, man, sounds great. But that's really it. There wasn't like an extensive. I didn't, you know, go out and show people the finished project, you know, as it was done, which again is definitely something that should have been done, but you know.
Oh, so you just kind of explain the concept to people.
Oh, this guy's autistic? Yeah, I mean, no shit. He's got fucking Brony videos on his channel.
And in a more vague way, or, you know, talked about maybe some specifics, but they didn't see the product itself. Is that right?
Yeah, no, they didn't see the finished product. They just kind of heard the talking points and yeah, I wouldn't really say in a vague way. I feel like
and he dresses like, where is he? Where are you? Raymondo 2112. First of all, this is like Kamen Rider or something. That's immediate autism if you've got like fucking Sentai shit. Tokusatsu, whatever the fuck they call it, on your fucking profile picture here. Where's this goober? Where's a good shot of this goober? I know I compare people to this all the time. Where is this fucking guy?
All it takes is one bad guarantee. So infection. I'm personally someone who's very passionate about keeping privacy online a guarantee.
He's like he's like no, that's a different video. This is a different troll video. This is a troll video. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. Cringy guy. Where's the what? I can never find this video. What's the video called? You know what I mean, right? Fuck. Now I can't find it. Dude, I actually can't see this video. Someone remembers this video, right? The one of the guy with the trinkets in his pocket. He's got all the scrap metal. He's like, I've got this pocket full of trinkets. Fuck. Quello knows the video I'm talking about. Yeah, he talks kind of like Vosh. Yeah. God, where is this? Oh my god, I found it. Oh my god, we found it. Where is he? Here he is.
Chill for.
And you're in the play, right?
Indeed.
How is that going?
Well, it's going chillfully thus far. I'm not. It's a little soon to tell, but I'm feeling good about it.
What's your role in the play?
I play Elvis.
That's this
Tell us about that character.
That's this guy.
It's Elvis Presley, the famous 50s, 60s, and 70s person. The singer, songwriter, that sort of thing.
Now, Claimer, you're famous for your unique way of talking. We were just wondering how you developed this eloquent way of speaking.
Oh my, oh my. Well, I'm not entirely sure, actually. It just sort of happened, and I enjoyed it, and I just sort of stuck with it. The end.
All right, so we spoke to some of your friends, and they spoke a lot about some of the things you have in your pocket.
All good things, I trust.
Would you be willing to show us some of those things?
Well, since you asked so nicely, let's do it.
Perfect.
First off, we have my metal pocket, which is tied up in a Norwegian flag.
Okay.
Because I felt like it. We have, all sorts of different things here. First off, we have the thing that breaks
As just pulls out a Glock. Oh, so you keep a lot of metal in your pocket? Yeah, I'm always strapped.
rule, a rock.
Oh, God.
This is a piece of an airplane. Oh, that would be just fine. This is a piece of a pocket watch.
Pocket watch?
Indeed. This is a piece of a gate.
A gate.
Oh.
This is a car door.
Okay.
Cool.
Peace sign.
Peace sign.
Indeed. Round thing.
So you carry all these things around in your pocket?
Yeah. Other round thing.
Do they ever come in handy?
Usually not. If it comes in handy, it goes in my other pockets.
Okay.
My regular pockets. These are just I enjoy them for the novelty of it, don't you know?
Now, you had a situation where you actually got stopped by the police, and they saw some of the things in your pocket. What did they say?
Well, first off, they weren't going to search me, but my metal pocket clanked against the car door, so they asked me to empty out all of my pockets. And one thing I carry around is a deck of tarot cards and some other things, I guess, that are strange. So while they were making the report, this was a verbatim quote. We've got an 18-year-old Caucasian male, driver's license number, my driver's license number. He's some sort of witch doctor.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was pretty descriptive.
Oh, you're quite specific. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but you know, it is different when someone's telling you about something and it's a finished product, and I can totally acknowledge that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it was quite. I feel like it was quite incoherent, and you tried to like label too much stuff as slop. So then when you're summarizing, you're saying, "Well, slop doesn't need any personality," and I'm thinking, like, well, some slop that you described does need personality because to stream you need a personality. Like, I would agree with you if you're talking about like saying AI channel. Obviously, that needs no personality. Or something like that, right? So, do you feel that maybe the definition was too broad for you then in terms of the video?
Yeah, honestly, that's actually one of the biggest points that I've kind of seen and that I'm kind of now walking back. And you know, I don't want to seem spineless. I genuinely am taking the criticism and
you're not reading chat, are you? Don't read chat, whatever you do.
I'm not reading chat. No, okay, I feel like it's going to throw me off if I do.
Good.
Are they being mean?
Don't worry about that, okay?
No,
the thing is, thing to bear in mind with this is my chat is obviously people that watch me, that watch a lot of slop. Okay, they're all little piggies. Okay, so don't worry about them. But anyway.
Gotcha. So
yeah.
Stu is in here and Nicholas Dior. That's crazy.
Yeah,
hi guys,
yeah.
I like your stuff quite a lot.
No, he is reading chat.
But regardless, I think if there's something I could change, it would definitely be more of a distinction. And I kind of wish that I'd come up with different sort of incarnations or levels of, you know, quote unquote slop, rather than just kind of saying it's all one thing. Because I'm seeing now that clearly it is, and the streaming point is a great point. I do maintain that not all, obviously, but I think some commentary channels that I've seen don't have too much of a personality, and they're just kind of quick to topics, which is why I can assume they have, you know, an audience.
Yeah, no. The thing is, if you'd have made that point and said, you know, these particular types of channels, you know, gameplay or AI voices, or, you know, not without naming names, but, you know, just talking about daily topics, and it's like interchangeable almost. Yeah, sure, maybe there's a point to be made there.
Because ultimately, that is the point that was being made, but but not actually. Like, you know what I mean? That's what my.
That's what he was thinking, but it's not what he said.
Yeah, there's the bones of a video in there. I think your video, there's a concept there that could work. And
there's certainly.
Right, and I think, I mean, you know, it's not about me saying, oh, this is what the next video should be, because obviously that's for you to decide. But I think there are good points to make, like misinformation, rushing to a story and not researching it properly. You know, in the pursuit of putting out multiple videos, not letting the story sit for like an extra few hours and something coming out that could have changed it, maybe could be an argument. But you know, the point is, there's things in there that you can talk about. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And there are things that, and now in retrospect, I only brush on when I'm realizing, oh shit, that should have been the main focus. So you know, if I could have gone back and
the Lerix interview was funny. Was he kind of already weakened by this point? Do I need to watch the Lerix one instead?
Maybe it's because you're switching.
Oh, I see it on
stuff.
stream. Yeah, that's not a good frame. There we go. That's somewhat better. Right.
Are you good?
It was low HP
Yeah,
and shots.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Here, listen. To be fair, dude, it's lagging a bunch. I mean, I don't know if you want to keep it on or something, but
I mean, it's all good. I'm seeing in the chat right now. People are they're seeing the derpy thing. I'll just do no video because I don't want to ruin the viewing experience or anything.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so dude, I saw my name mentioned, not mentioned there, at least put in the video. So I was like concerned. I was like, holy shit, man. What happened?
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what is your, because the thing I noticed about this video is that you put out a lot of like labels and words to describe like.
Yo, wait, guys, did Lerix get a haircut? Anyone noticing? Lerix haircut? Any notice?
Like these commentary channels, but I don't really feel like you've, or at least my understanding of the video so far, like you fleshed out a main critique of these channels. So I want to ask you that, what is your main critique and problem with commentary, I guess, slop channels?
That's a good question. I have a lot of points, you know, some that come up later in the video and others that I kind of wish I articulated more.
It seemed like, I could be wrong, but it seemed like the back was gone. It seemed like the mullet was kind of gone.
Thoroughly in the video itself. Because, you know, there's
Or am I wrong? Is it still is it still there? No, look, it's still going crazy. Wait, let's pull up his video from a few days ago. No, that's not. No, that was hopeful, wasn't it, really?
What is your main critique and problem with commentary, I guess, slop channels?
That's a good question. I have a lot of points, you know, some that come up later in the video and others that I kind of wish I articulated more thoroughly in the video itself. Because, you know, there's a lot to it, but my general thing as someone who has been doing YouTube for a really long time now, is that there, you know, I've been on this platform, I've been both making videos but also watching stuff all the way since I was like a little kid. So I've seen kind of a lot of the metas and the sort of things that have changed throughout the years. And, you know, in recent times, the
this guy
sort of uproar of drama YouTube is something that I've noticed a lot. And initially, I didn't have too many thoughts on it, and of course, this is all, you know, my opinion. But you look at all these sort of channels and the type of content that exists, and my main sort of issue with it is that a lot of the time it's very, very repetitive and derivative of its own genre, in a sense. And that a lot of the time, too, most of the time, at least from my personal experience, things are often kind of blown out of proportion, and many of the videos made by different creators end up kind of saying the exact same thing, but just kind of with a new skin on it, if that makes any sense. That's kind of one of my bigger issues. Of course, there's kind of more personal things, but that's the wider view, is that I feel as though that sort of content kind of makes a bad mark on the overall drama sort of scene and the way that information is spread. I think Mr. Beast is a good example of where kind of a lot of people were making the same video and were really milking the drama, and in a sense, nothing new was really said after the first like 5 videos or so, if that makes any sense.
Well, that part isn't true, but here's the thing. Okay, so I hear what you're saying with how it's just like not good content, I guess, if you personally don't think it's good content. Personally, me, I don't watch a lot of the other commentary YouTubers that, like, I don't know, Cheeto, I've had problems with in the past, Sensitive Society, whatever, because they are just kind of, I don't know, run-of-the-mill, like, here's this current situation, not doing a lot of, like, looking into it or whatever the fuck or whatever. But I wouldn't call this bad. Like, this is just, like, the game or whatever. Sure. I wouldn't call this a bad thing or something. So I want to understand, because you also brought up live stream clips, that at what point is this just a personal preference versus it being bad? Like, where would you draw that distinction? Because obviously, like, personal preference is like, who really cares? Because people can say the same thing about your content, for example, that they rather.
Oh, they are. They certainly are.
Yeah, like they rather prefer like live stream clips for their own personal reasons versus your videos, and that's cool, that's chill. But I mean, it seems like you disagree with that, and you have like this higher bar for what you think content is good.
So generally, the way that I view it is that with stream clips, in the way that they are presented currently, I think a lot more sort of to the pyrocynical. I'm forgetting what Tom's live channel is. But the Tricky Tom live channel, the Cheeto live channel, is that generally they are somewhat misleading in the way that they're presented. And that to me feels kind of like an issue that isn't really being addressed, especially with the Pyrocynical TV channel, where it is multiple hour-long videos on things that are short, and the thumbnails and titles imply that they
Man, he does 2-hour streams fighting for his life against the slop label.
are original sort of works.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it's content theft, not by any means.
Wait, original works? What does that word mean? You gotta be specific there.
Basically, like you see these sort of titles, I see in your stream now. The more recent ones that he's done, they appear to be videos that are sort of essays in their own right, and not reactions. They're presented in a way that doesn't really represent what the content actually is. And to give credit where credit is due, the videos are actually linked in the description and stuff like that, and he tells people to check it out. But to me, I personally find issue with that because a lot of the times these videos end up getting more views than the original, and people tend to just watch the live stream clip and not go over to the original person's channel. Which I think there is definitely an issue with. And, you know, you may disagree, but that's my...
well, the first thing you said about the misleading, like, thumbnails and titles, the way they're being marketed. I mean, with this Piracy, I don't know if you want to look at another example, but with this Pyrocynical TV channel, I just took a look at it real quick first time, and his About section says where streams are archived and uploaded. So it seems like he's upfront with that. I guess, would you say that these are here, I could share my screen if you want, that these are like...
Yeah, I'm watching, I'm on your stream, yeah, I see it. Okay. See the ones down there, if you see the, like the Sonic Autism one, like that kind of line right there. You know, they're very good thumbnails and very good titles. I don't think that he's trying to steal content, but the way that it's presented comes off as if it is original content.
I just don't think, I think this is too far of a reach to make this definitive point here, because I mean, like people have used multiple different thumbnails for multiple different types of contents. Just him making this, he looks like he just looked up a picture of Sonic and put the text autism connection behind it. I don't think inherently that's supposed to now imply that this is you know, a video essay. But even if it is, I guess I just don't really see a big deal in this, like clickbait. Sure. Like really, I don't really have ever cared about clickbait. Do you find that to be like a big deal, like a wrong? I mean, it's just like YouTube. It's the game.
Deal. It is the YouTube game. But I've seen it now with smaller channels who are basically trying to do the exact same thing. And that to me is kind of one of the bigger issues, because it sort of sets up this precedent that this is what works. And in a sense, it is what works. And for me personally, and this is the part where it kind of gets to, I mean, most of it is just like opinion based. But and it progresses.
Okay, here, I get your frustration because I've had the same frustration. Funny enough, but here's the thing: everything is dictated by the market. If people are enjoying this, it's just the audience making this decision. It's not their fault for like doing this because the audience enjoys.
Wow, crazy! Lerix stole my fucking takes. Lerix stole my fucking takes from the past. Okay, that's crazy. How literally yesterday he watched the first 20 minutes of my segment on this today. First, he's copying Nick DiOrio streams, okay? First, he's copying Rape Review, which is a Nick DiOrio original idea, by the way. Then he's stealing my use of Hava Nagila for donations. And now he's stealing my takes a day before I give them? This is a step too fucking far, frankly.
This. The audience clicks on these videos and they seemingly enjoy the content. You cannot like blame these people for doing this. The main problem I see, that I was waiting for this point to be fleshed out in your video, because the main problem I see with slop channels, for example, is the concept of the news cycle being so fucked with daily commentary channels, is that people are tripping over themselves to cover the new next story. So they and only has algorithm and views on the mind to the extent where they misreport the story and they spread misinfo. This is a problem. This is a problem I've had with Cheeto in the past. This is a problem that Sensitive Society has had specifically. I remember back in the Pyro situation, funny enough. But that is like the only legitimate main critique I think I would give to these people, is if they're misreporting. But that point wasn't fleshed out like at all in your video.
Well, not yet. That point is mentioned later.
Oh, is that mentioned later in the
yeah. It's because that is one of my biggest issues with it, truly, because you know.
Yeah, so I think that would be the only point that I guess would be legitimate and actually tracks on. Everything else is just kind of like preference and dictated by the market or whatever. Like
pretty much,
yeah. And like the reason why I feel like that doesn't really fit in a video essay too is because as you're experiencing, you get a lot of people saying the same thing back at you. Well, who the fuck do you think you are? You're now like pontificating about your content being better than this other content, but I prefer this content way better than yours. So you find yourself in that situation.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I didn't really ever expect to find myself in this spot, and there have been many times where I'll make a video that is just something that is on my mind that has bothered me, and I put a lot of thought into it and release something, and generally the reception's been pretty positive. But you know, this time there's definitely a good amount of pushback, which I think is not a bad thing by any means. In fact, it's really interesting to get a bunch of different people's opinions and viewpoints.
Do something.
Oh, very tired, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright.
All right. Yeah, so I'm an anarchist that I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go look over that. Thank you.
So insofar as there's a kind of anarchist that is that, then anarchism also can encompass that, right? Yeah.
What was anarchism? That you want to talk about?
Hello. Oh, they left immediately. Hello.
Hi. anarchism. Do you remember me debating you in a little bit in the server?
Vaguely.
Okay. Well, you said your definition of anarchism was to not fetishize anything made by man or something basically like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So do you have any,
Sorry, go on.
do you have any theory that's based on?
Give look for an article called Methodological Anarchism. It's in I said at the Routledge Anarchist Reader. And
No, I've seen that one. I've seen you go over that.
yeah. So that's essentially that. Yeah.
Oh, but I don't think that article gave that said that was anarchism.
It didn't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the kind of anarchist that I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go look over that. Thank you.
So insofar as there's a kind of anarchist that is that, then anarchism also can encompass that, right? Yeah, so I'm an anarchist, but I'm a particular kind of anarchist.
I'll go look over that.
Yeah, do that.
When I have time.
Nice talking. You have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
But actually, later in the video, Sensitive Society and Cheeto are interviewed. And so I was able to get their perspective. I didn't want to make it just like a one-sided opinion piece, you know, have actual input from the side that I'm criticizing. But ultimately, you know, the way that I see it is also a sort of like, and this is what also comes later in the video. There's a point where I talk about the. Are you familiar with the Smart Schoolboy 9 situation?
Not really. I heard of it, but don't really know the details.
I won't go into too much detail, but
is it just a meme of misreporting and people like getting the details wrong because they're so worried about getting like their first video in the algorithm first?
To an extent, but it's also the way that you know, an issue of a real predator who's actually trying to prey on kids has become this kind of like drama farm. And again, yes, there is some people saying that you putting things that they saw on TikTok and that sort of thing with no actual evidence, and that being a pretty bad thing, especially when.
Yo, Natan Doge making a great point in chat. Guys, 318 people here, only about 90 likes on the stream right now. Meaning there's about, what, 220 people who could be liking the stream right now but haven't. So if you wouldn't mind, guys, if you wouldn't mind, please, moving your cursor, thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on your mobile device, that'd be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support a bit further, you can do so by donating directly from the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel. You can gift a membership to the channel. You can gift a whole bunch of memberships to the channel randomly throughout the chat. You can buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read out on TTS. Or you can buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. Go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, open your hearts, open your wallets, open your wallets, open your hearts, okay?
When it comes, like, when it is something like kind of menial drama, I think it's bad, but it's not the biggest issue in the world. But when it comes to an actual predator, that is where I see a really substantial issue in it. And that is one of the main points that I make. And I really think it's dangerous. I think that's the point where it really comes to danger. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know at Sensitive Society, as I mentioned earlier, he's found himself in some. I don't know if he made a mistake with the Smart Schoolboy thing, but I know he made a major fuck up with that back in the day with the pyro situation, him misreporting that because he was just trying to get first the story. Okay, though, but in regards to me, because I felt like I was kind of an outlier for the video, everybody else kind of like 500K plus or relatively bigger channels. So you mentioned my channel, or at least showed it up on screen.
It showed on screen, yeah.
I guess what would you take issue with my channel?
So I did it with your second channel, I believe. Yes. At least I intended to do it with your second channel. Yeah. And more so, the reason I didn't say it by name was because it was more of an example of just kind of the drama in itself. Like, especially with kind of what inspired me to make the video was the Boblack situation and what was going down. You know, I don't want to say too much, actually. But
wait, what do you mean?
Well, I've seen that a lot of the people who are now coming out and heavily criticizing him were really close friends with him. And it seems to me almost an example of self-cannibalization when someone who is initially buddy-buddy with everybody soon becomes their enemy and becomes a point for them to, you know, make content out of. And essentially,
so you critiques the Boblax coverage.
To an extent, I mean, not direct towards you, but just as a whole, I found it very strange because there were people who were friends with him in real life.
Wait, explain what was strange. I'm curious.
I mean, I feel as though, and granted, let me also be completely clear. I think Boblax was in the wrong. I think that he's completely just.
Yeah, Lerix was fucking. Lerix is so happy now. Look at this fucking.
I don't want to say too much, actually, but
wait, what do you mean?
Well, I've seen that a lot of the people who are now coming out and heavily criticizing him were really close friends with him, and it seems to me almost an example of self-cannibalization when someone who is initially buddy-buddy with everybody soon becomes their enemy and becomes a point for them to, make content out of. And essentially...
So you had critiques of the Boblax coverage?
To an extent, I mean, not direct towards you, but just as a whole, I found it very strange because there were people who were friends with him in real life.
Wait, explain what was strange. I'm curious.
I mean, I feel as though someone, and granted, let me also be completely clear.
Running like a
I think
butcher's dog.
I think that he's completely justified to get the criticism that he has. But for example, with a lot of the, and I'm not fully caught up on what the drama is. I try not to be too involved in it. But you look at the way that people who were outwardly friends with him have completely turned their backs and have been so truly negative. And I, again, never was a fan of him. But it just shows to me, and this might be a just kind of emotional thing, and I believe it is, but it just feels very toxic, where it feels as though there are things that could have been a private issue that then became shared publicly and leaked by these people that, from my point of view, as an outsider looking in, seems to be just for the means of, well, content, really. I'm
so curious what you saw to come to this conclusion. What specifically?
There was a chat, a live stream done with a couple YouTubers. I don't remember exactly what it was, but the people that I know were friends with him. I think it was Augie, I believe is his name, something like that.
Yes.
There was a stream where, again, I don't know the full extent of it, but I believe he came on, got criticized, left, and then a bunch of people came in and kind of just shat on him. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So what did you take issue with it?
Personally, it seemed as a matter of almost not blood sports, but it felt like more of an attack rather than sort of a respectful discourse to be had about what this person had done and the reason that they were being canceled, essentially.
Do you know why?
He wasn't being cancelled. No one's being cancelled. No one's getting cancelled. He spooked out and everyone was laughing at him. He did a bunch of embarrassing shit and everyone's pointing and laughing. And he keeps doing embarrassing stuff. So people keep poking him and pointing and laughing.
You know what Boblax has done?
To my knowledge, he faked having BPD.
That's true.
And was overall kind of just boisterous and I'm sure that there's definitely
okay. So the problem is you're trying to say, why don't you just have a private call with him? Well, it's funny you said that because I actually, the way that jump started all of this is that I had a private call with him. I had a 50-minute private call with him trying to talk him out with his current issues and what's going on because I was buddies with him at the time, and he recorded this private call and then leaked it as exposed material to do a stream on me. He leaked it around to different content creators and then did a stream using it to call me out. So that's why people are calling him out, and that's why it was done in a public fashion because
I see.
When
so
done,
essentially like fighting back to it.
Yes. So when done in a private fashion, he cannot be trusted, and he's shown himself to be that way.
Gotcha. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that definitely makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Again, yeah, you kind of just made a firm conclusion without even knowing the context, right?
I was under the impression that I knew the context. But
well, that's kind of the same critique. That's kind of the same critique you mentioned about the commentary slop channels, right?
That's true.
Is that they make firm conclusions without doing the research or context.
However, I wasn't broadcasting that conclusion because ultimately, me as a person, I'm not spreading a narrative. I'm not trying to say something is true or not. Hell, I don't even mention Boblax or any of that drama in it. And again, I'm not coming from the perspective of someone who is a fan of him or even really feels bad for him in the first place. It's
well, you said it was toxic and self-cannibalization. That's all I'm saying.
It feels like it. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I'm sure Cheeto felt a certain thing. I'm sure different channels felt a certain thing when they reported on a situation or talked about it. But
the difference is they reported on it, right?
Yeah, I guess it's just the concept of having an opinion about it in general, having an opinion that's a firm conclusion without knowing the context. But yeah, we got it. Sorry, where did this all stem from? How did we get on Boblax?
You were asking why your channel was included.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see that. I don't think that was ever answered.
No. I mean, my answer is that it was just another channel to use. I'd click through which one of the videos.
Another channel.
Oh, there was it was the Boblax one, and there's one I watched on my other channel as well. Which one was it?
Okay, guys, I feel like you've overhyped these confrontations. There's not a whole lot happening here.
Right? And I just felt as though
Thank you for 5 gifted,
Carlos. None of this is a personal attack on character. I want to be clear as well.
Not taking that way.
I use it as an example because I feel as though when talking about drama,
at least my video. I mean, dude, come on. You're calling out other slop channels in this video and acting pretentious towards your analysis content. Meanwhile, you just included my channel and don't even have any critiques of it.
Would you agree that your channel
where do you get this ego from?
Commentary drama? Would you agree that your content doesn't fall into the commentary drama sort of, sphere?
Yes, I covered commentary drama, but I want to know what critiques apply to my content.
Listen, what I was saying was that it was commentary drama was included.
Well, you included. I could play the clip. You included my channel when you said that people are spreading misinformation. That's when you included. Yeah, I could play the clip here. I'll hop in my screen share.
Sure.
Let's see. It should either be this section or the other one. Let's see.
Pegasus is nowhere near the only person doing this. YouTubers like Turkey Tom, Cheeto, Sensitive Society, Jamari, WestJet, Oompaville, and many, many, many others will take a fresh controversy, make multiple videos, always over 8 minutes long or more, of course so they can make more profit from it, and then make a new video every time there's a new piece of information on the drama, no matter how small this new detail may be. You'd think that people wouldn't really watch this kind of content since—
So, like, you're scrolling through my video there,
right.
And then,
okay, you didn't really say anything about misinfo there, but sure.
Section 2. Here, let me see.
From what we're discussing today. It's a bit confusing, but, you know, just stick with me. Drama commentary channels often upload on a near-daily basis, covering the topical news in online culture. They almost never cover anything other than controversy and scandal, though, since mass audiences don't see—
Yeah, so those are the two conclusions where you said it.
Yeah, so do you disagree with that, though?
Well, yeah, I don't think... He didn't say anything about misinfo there. Yeah, but you can not like the framing there, but that is what Lerix does, no? He does cover controversy and scandal.
Yes, I don't think the critiques that you are applying to these other people, like, apply. And that's why I asked you what your critiques are of my channel.
So the critique that's shown in my video is that basically all of the coverage is of negative situations, right?
Okay.
That's what I say in the video. That's the point that you're bringing up, no?
Wait, the critique is talking about negative situations?
Negative stories, negative content, anything like that. That's what I'm saying in the clip that you just played.
What is your problem with negative stories and people covering it? Why do you have a problem with that?
I mean, honestly, the way that I...
There's a good way to have... Scandal. Negative. Controversy. Scandal. I guess historical thing, but kind of negative. Kind of a scandal. Scandal. Negative. I mean, again, the videos, it might have like a positive spin in them somewhere. But the fact is that he covers scandals and drama like Lerix, it seems like. I don't... If he were to criticize people for just covering that, it covers him too.
I feel about it is that many of it seems to be, to an extent, at least from my point of view, unnecessary, right?
So
in the sense that...
Okay, so then I would ask, what is specifically unnecessary about my channel?
Well, no. That's a stupid question. I would say you should ask, what makes content necessary? What type of content is necessary?
From my perspective, right?
Why does everyone keep mentioning Young Philly? I've got I don't even know who Young Philly is. The first time I heard of Young Philly was when I heard on a Chud stream earlier that Young Philly had been arrested for rape. Why does everyone care about Young Philly? I'd never heard of Young Philly in my fucking life. Why do you want to hear me talk about Young Philly? Of all people.
These things already have been discussed. They've already been talked about. And when multiple other videos are made about it, it just kind of sends more fuel into a fire of a narrative that's being built. Not that you particularly build, you know, a narrative that's what everyone else goes with, but it's this, you know, this constant stream of negativity, and I just don't personally see what it really provides to the people who see it and to the platform.
The one who ran for parliament. I don't know what you even...
Platform as a whole.
So you promote positivity on your channel?
Yeah, that's actually one of my biggest things.
Okay. To be fair, I'm not familiar with your channel, but just like scrolling through, I'm seeing the dark side of Disney parks. You don't remember Kill Chuck E. Cheese, Derpygate, and insane controversy. You're covering controversy. I thought you didn't like drama.
So hold on. So let's kind of get into that for a second.
I mean, I could be wrong. To be fair, I haven't seen these. I'm just looking at these on the surface of it, and I'm confused.
The Kill Chuck E. Cheese video, right, it's about a music video by a band called the Radioactive Chicken Heads, and in it I interview the main guy. It's a video that scared me growing up, and it's talking about
Young Philly's called Beta Squad. What is Beta Squad? Beta Squad Sidemen. Why are you people watching it? Are you guys like 15? Why are there people in my chat who watch Sidemen? The last time I heard about Sidemen, I was actually in school. No, like, I was actually in school. And I don't mean like college, I mean school. Like, there are adults, I assume, in my chat that are watching this stuff. Sidemen is like KSI's group. It's like a bunch of old FIFA YouTubers that started doing diss tracks. Like, that's it. And now they react to TikToks and shit. It's like literally the last time I heard about them, I was 15 in a IT class hearing about fucking Rotashaw's pack openings. That's like the last time I heard about fucking Sidemen. No, like 10 years ago, dude. Like a decade ago. The fuck are you guys doing?
Negative. In fact, it's fair. It's just a retrospective on a cool band that I like. Derpygate is a video covering a controversy regarding a My Little Pony character who I loved growing up. And most of the video is kind of me gushing about my childhood past. The Disney one is talking about kind of horrific things that have happened at the Disney parks, but it ends with me going to the parks and
what kind of horrific things?
They're like deaths that have happened, essentially.
Deaths. Well, I could say, man, I may be negative, but I've never covered deaths on my channel. Like, what the fuck?
I have multiple times. And
do you see how this like flies in the face of like your criticism of other people, though?
Not particularly, no.
Well, it's like also this concept of like negativity is also like a weird point in of itself, because I guess like it's like what do you personally qualify as like negativity or negative? Like, it's just talking about like current situations and giving commentary on social events.
Too mad. Lerix has covered deaths. Too mad. Hello.
Negative. Like, I would see your point if you're talking about like, I don't know, someone who swears up right front center and like is very hyper aggressive towards people and just like screams at them or whatever, like blood sports. But I mean, that's not the case for a lot of the people you're talking about.
I mean, I think it's definitely subjective to an extent, but at least from my personal point
so
of
what
view,
so what would be the negativity about my channel?
Well, that's what I'm trying to answer.
Yeah.
That the idea of kind of going at people. Granted, I haven't seen all your videos, right? Just like you haven't seen all of mine. But generally, it appears to be that most of the
such a cool shirt Lerix is wearing. Is that Turkey Tom merch?
Stuff is talking about the wrongdoings of a lot of different people. Not that that's inherently wrong, but would you not say that that's...
Is it negative? Is it negative to call it the wrongdoings of Jeffrey Epstein?
Not at all, but I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Well, it's just like this concept of calling out wrongdoings. I don't understand like where this like logic comes in of this being like a negative thing or like and you're prescribing like a bad thing. You're alluding this to being like a bad thing, right? When you say negative.
Not particularly objectively bad,
guys.
But the difference is that something like talking about Jeffrey Epstein, where there are things that are objectively evil and horrible. Of course, that should be called out. That should be addressed, right? And I would hope that most people do. A lot of my content is based around, you know, calling out people who exploit children on YouTube, and giving solutions as to how we can help.
So it's so you're saying that it's subjective, okay? And then from the videos you've seen of me, you've deemed this to be negative. So then, what video did you watch of me that you felt was negative and that is getting across this idea you're explaining?
I watched the Bo Blacks one, not fully, but part of it. I've watched, I believe it was a Mama Max one a while back during that controversy as well. I believe that's, I think that's, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, because I have multiple YouTube accounts and the like watched is inconsistent with those.
You're good. I just, what do you remember being negative? What would be the negative point?
I mean, so with for example, the Mama Max one, which I kind of remember better. I agree, honestly, that the Mama Max content, or the things that he did, were pretty apprehensible. And let's just say I'm not too fond of the guy. But I suppose I have a question to pose to you, right? When these things have already been talked about and discussed by a lot of different people, do you feel as though your input, like I suppose I'm just trying to articulate, I do not debate ever, but
you don't have to debate. All you have to do is just explain what you like were trying to get across the idea of in your video.
Oh no!
Like, I don't feel like I'm going hard at you, but I mean, you included me in your video, and it seems like you can't really fully explain what even your problems are. It's like, how do you expect people to take seriously your video essays?
Sure. Wait. I'm sorry. Do you mean as a concept alone, or just the video that I made about, you know, the slop stuff?
The slop stuff. That's all I'm aware of.
Okay. Yeah. To me, generally, the main thing is that I come from the perspective of is this necessary? Does this, like, what is the contribution? Sorry, I can't talk. What is the contribution of this content?
Necessary.
Right?
What is going on about?
What makes any of the coverage different? I think it does definitely change. There are different tiers of drama commentary videos that, you know, actually do research, and those who just kind of read some tweets and start talking.
Okay, I understand hating this guy if you've just said this conversation.
Like, is it necessary to make multiple videos on a drama that's already being discussed by other people, and has good coverage of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Lerix needs to ask him, like, what is necessary content?
So what did you feel that I did that was unnecessary?
I personally think that a lot of drama commentary is just kind of unnecessary.
This was the problem with your
provide too much to the.
Yeah, this is the problem I had with your video essay too. I'm asking you specific questions and you're answering in broad terms. Like, I don't think you can flesh out like a specific. Yeah, but listen. You first give a broad point, and you first give.
He should have just he shouldn't have backed down. He should have stood his ground. He should have come on Lerix stream and said, "Yeah, do you think your content's not slop?" Because he didn't actually say the thing that Lerix said he said. He didn't actually accuse Lerix of spreading misinformation at all. He said his content was unnecessary. So he should have just come on and said to Lerix, "Yeah, your content is slop." Like, it's not exactly a difficult position to defend, is it? Like, yeah, you cover all the same dramas everyone else is covering. You're like 1 in a million. And then you just you just hammer that point. It's like, yeah, you are slop. No, I never said you spread misinfo. I just said you're slop. Like, just defend that.
Give a broad point, and then you explain the specifics. And when I'm trying to get down to the specifics to see why you think this thing, it seems like you can't really give me an answer.
Well, essentially, it's. I think that drama as a whole is in a lot of ways sort of pedantic.
Yeah, Lerix is so fucking lazy. He's literally stealing takes from the next day to win arguments. He's literally stealing takes that people say tomorrow to win an argument today. That's how fucking lazy this guy. That's how slop this guy is.
And I feel as though a lot of it, and I understand your point about kind of broad answers, because I don't think there really is a specific, you know, done and done answer that can be given, because it is an opinion, it is subjective. I just really, I'm kind of anti.
Do you want to talk sometime in the future? Do you want to like,
sure,
like,
yeah, no,
I don't know, like prepare or something, or like think through this a little bit more and talk in the future about this? Because I just,
yeah, no, I mean,
why don't we do that?
That could work, because I was watching it and just kind of paused it and popped on.
Let's circle back on this.
You could, yeah, reach out whenever that you got this. All right, appreciate you calling in. I do appreciate you calling in. I know a lot of people.
Of course.
God, this guy could make such a better video talking about slop, and he fucked it up. Crazy. I thought it's an easy video too. One day, guys, I'll stop being so lazy one day, and I'll stop making videos, and I'll show these guys. Okay, I'll fucking show them.